Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Are you good? Are you good? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? We're feeling hype. What's up, Joshua? You doing good? It's so good to see ya. See if I can make this chat bigger. I've been struggling lately with some of this chat. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's so hype. What are we hyped about? Besides the stream, obviously. Yarn's in here. Goddess Midgar. Jordan, what's up? Kuya, Racy. Man, oh man, oh man. We got a whole crew in here already. Man, y'all are hopping in. Y'all know the timing sometimes better than me. Looks like some people were wrong with the time start. Oh, did y'all say 7:15? Yeah, I was in a deep conversation. Kinda, not really. What's up, everybody? Zach? Icy Blue, 2 cents. My face is what's hype. Everybody, here's a question. I am wearing the same shirt that I wore yesterday because here is the beauty of it. Here's the beauty of it. This shirt didn't get dirty. So, here we are. And welcome, Terry Layla. I'm so glad that you got Twitch. Just assume around 10. Oh, man, so good. You've been looking forward to this all day. Oh, man, I've been looking forward to this all day. So together, we all looking forward to it. What's up, Blitz winner? Near the Veil? You're here for a grand total of 45 minutes, and we are gonna get it done in 45 minutes. FF7 music, what's going on? What's going on? Re-wearing for the win. Hey, listen. This is the... I don't think I'm going to stream past 11:20. If I am, things have gone terribly wrong. What's up, Sleepy Selfie? Good to see you. Good to see you. And what is this? Mash and Marmello? I love that. Blues Clues Final Fantasy Edition. That's what we do. That's what we do. What is it? What are some of the songs? We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. That's my best Steve impersonation. Isn't that his name? Steve? Yeah, Zach, get it done. Off work, worked out, ate, been posted up waiting. Heck yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your childhood and my childhood. Our childhood. Together. All of us. It's from Shefaroth. I should be the next Steve, man. Hire me. Nickelodeon, is it? Hey, what's the vibe tonight? Do we want to change the colors behind me? I feel like tonight would be the night to change a little bit of colors. How we feeling? How we feeling? It's gonna be tonight's gonna be kind of a somber stream, right? Spooky colors. Yes, thank you, Jahigi Botham. Let's see. We're gonna go to... Look behind me. Oh, look. What about a blood moon? Did it do it? Oh, that's not great. I don't love that very much. Let's keep going. What about moonlight? Oh, and it's a little bright over here. So let me tone down my lights real quick. Oh, that's kind of spooky. We need some purple in there. Okay, we're gonna put some purple in there. Okay, I'm gonna set that once. Why don't we? Let's see. We want a little bit of purple. How about nebula? Oh, that's green. Nebula. Ooh. Nah, purple though. Soothing color. Everything in your room is purple. That's awesome. Ooh, this is very... Did you say sultry spooky? That's what we're going on. That's what we're going for tonight. Sultry spooky. Ooh. Spooky, scary. Everybody, can you name where this is from? What's up, Lady Experiment? Thank you for the sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you name what this is from before we get into it tonight? The phrase goes, spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. Can you name it? Where are my media files over here? Spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. Does anybody know? Whoa, what's up? Thank you so much for the sub, Amy Cloud Angel. Thank you. Y'all are bringing the hype tonight. It's not Zelda? You said it's not Zelda? No Blood Moon? Does nobody know what that's from? No. Okay. I'm going to give just a few more seconds to guess. I'm going to give you one more chance. Spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. What's up, sub? What a time to hop in, by the way. What a time to hop in. Lady Experiment, what is it? For the win. What am I quoting? What is it from? We've got a lot of no ideas. I'm going to give Lady Experiment a chance, and then we'll move on. Spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. Why are we starting the stream like this? Because why the heck not? Oh, okay, so here it is, everybody. It is from the very first episode of 30 Rock. It is a brief snippet of Tracy Jordan, who's the new talent on the show, and one of his former things, one of his former shows where he was it was called a Werewolf Bar Mitzvah. Spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. It's the dumbest little pop culture nonsense that I know. It's the dumbest thing, but I freaking sing that way too much, more than a normal person should. And especially around Halloween, if anybody ever says, ooh, that's spooky, in my head and sometimes out my mouth, I will say, spooky, scary, boys becoming men, men becoming wolves. Hey, listen, that's it. That's a deep cut, everybody. But it takes a real one to really get it. So, but I'm going to give you more opportunities to be real ones tonight. Let's freaking do this, everybody. Are we ready? Are we freaking ready for this stream? I'm ready for this stream. Have you all done your homework? Let's see. Our homework was to watch the lecture video before we come into class tonight, and we're going to check out a little bit of that. So, Sub, you've got a question for me. I can't stay long, but I noticed you keep a very busy schedule, so I got to ask, how do you do it? Are there multiple of you, as in Professor Noctis? Honestly, Sub, let me answer that question because it's a great question. So some of you may not know this about me, but I have 3 jobs. I have three jobs that kind of take me doing a number of different things, right? I work at the university in faculty. I work in religious life, where I lead a student group. And I was formerly the president of all religious life at the University of Alabama. And now I've kind of homed in on just one. I've done that for several years. And in addition to that, because my local church didn't have a youth director, I used to do youth ministry and youth director, pastor stuff back when I was in college. I was like, well, I could do this. So I tagged in literally 2 years ago, and I'm still doing it now because they haven't found a replacement. And that's fine. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, Sub, yes, I've got these 3 jobs, and then I do this all on the side. And so if I'm not very active in Discord and all that kind of stuff, well, you understand there's a lot of hustling going on. But to answer your question, the way that I do it is professional baller. Oh my gosh. The way that I do it is I compartmentalize my day. And I refuse to do certain aspects of other jobs at certain points in the day. I just kind of compartmentalize. My meetings are in a certain segment of hours. My teaching is in a certain set of hours, and then all of my student life stuff. I also delegate a ton of stuff. Now, I have a great team, great staff across all of these roles that I work in. In addition to my student life responsibilities, I actually am the director of um, kind of religious life for an entire region, kind of the North Alabama region. And so I may direct it, but that just means I'm in a lot of Zoom meetings, and it means that I send them out and delegate a lot of different stuff. So, yeah, professional Noctis. I don't know about that, but I am a professional delegator, and I'm a very amateur video guy. As you probably noticed from my tweet earlier, where I was like, we're we're out here and we're struggling. I'm posting things at 720p. I didn't even know. I did not. So when do I put in the gains? Sleepy Selfie. That's a great question. This is my free time. I do this because I love it. It's fun. But when do I put in the gains? I spend about 60 to 90 minutes in the gym at least every weekday. And that, again, is just compartmentalized. Sometimes it's 7:30 in the morning. Most times it's at 3:30 or 4:45. And that's it. So, but you got to prioritize those things. And you just make it happen, That's what I can say. But I don't know if it's inspiring. Maybe it's insanity. It could be a little bit of insanity, but yeah, that's where we are. But if you want to talk more about that, then we can certainly chat. You did wonder why the vids were 720. It's because your boy's amateur Noctis. I am not professional Noctis. And so I was exporting these things to match source, and now you know that the source was 720. Everybody, how is my picture tonight? Because it should be a little better than it usually is because I changed a setting. Does it look better? Can you see my pores? Because I freshly washed my face just because I think that my camera may be a little bit sharper. The picture quality looks good. It's 1080p. Good because we've been living just like novices. It's like the Intergrade PS5 upgrade. Everybody, this is Prof Noctis Intergrade tonight. The pores are alive and well. You want to know something, chat? Because I've changed that setting, y'all are gonna kill me. You're not gonna kill me, but because I changed that setting, I literally looked in the mirror today and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to use one of those Biore strips on my nose, and I literally did. I was like, no, they're gonna look at my pores now, and so I had to get those blackheads out of my nose, man. You're like this guy. And I was like, man, if it's gonna be a different level, almost HD quality, I gotta clean up. Y'all, this is gonna be a good stream. I feel it, y'all. This is gonna be a good stream tonight. You're not the only guy that uses Biore strips. No. Real ones, no. Here's the thing, chat. And this is for everybody. This is for men, women. This is the key. None of this is an accident, okay? Self-care, including physical care, is completely purposeful. Okay? It's absolutely insane. But all of it is curated content, right? So why don't we talk about some video games? Can we do that? Let's stop digging into my life. I know that I'm just divulging to you, but well, thank you. It's the Biore strips. It makes the difference. Yeah, we're just getting started, Chrono. Welcome. Hey, I see something game related, so we're gonna do a pivot here for a second. At JVSM 42, you say, Prof, just between us, what did you hear about the Rebirth demo? First of all, you think I'm more important than I am. But listen, I don't know anything. I legitimately do not know anything about the Rebirth demo. There is a massive rumor that there is going to be a demo. There is, just based on people that I don't know's tweets, who got to go to LA to do this big press event, right? They did 4 hours of content. That's all I really know. And I if you follow Aru, that's ARRUUU, I think. She has posted some cryptic tweets that hopefully don't get her in trouble, where she said things like she's just stunned and like so excited about what she was able to see, but she can't talk about it because she would get in trouble. So I don't know what they played. Maybe it was the first few hours of the game. Maybe it was something later on. I don't know. But what I do know is that people were really, really excited. Yeah, I know some people that have played too, and I am not asking for details. Also, like, even if it didn't break their embargo, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I don't know if I want to get into that, because I want to be surprised, chat. And so, yeah, that's where we are. Nori Hicks, what's up? Welcome. Thank you for the follow and the sub. I am so glad that you were here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, the LA Press event looked awesome. It looked really, really cool. It's way more low key, it looks like, than the 16 launch event. But it looks like they were able to have a lot more access to all the voice actors and to the developers and stuff. So that's really cool, to be able to give us through the press and some of these really, really big content creators and influencers, where we're able to get that same sort of stuff. I think it's awesome. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I do believe that Square Enix and other companies are missing an opportunity, you know? And I think Nintendo actually does this pretty well, where they are trying to get the I think they're missing the opportunity to bring content to the people a little bit more. I almost think that they should go on like a marketing tour or something like that, where they send maybe a voice actor to different parts of the country to just kind of do like a hype tour. I mean, we would travel to that, right? I mean, those of us in the Southeast, we'd probably all meet up in Atlanta or something like that to go to something that was small, even if it was just like in a local like store or civic center or something like that. I think it would be really cool. Or to have like to give like a bunch of marketing materials to a local GameStop. I tweeted this. Is that what we call it? Posted this. We tweeted this I tweeted this yesterday, saying that GameStop, if they really want to fix their marketing in a lot of ways, what they need to do is stop trying so hard to sell games, and much less used games. That's not a sustainable market in the digital future, right? Instead, they need to become a community hub. They need to be a place where gamers and non-gamers gather for big hype events, right? How cool would that be? And companies, developers, publishers can send them some marketing stuff, and they can put on these kind of promo parties. How cool would that be, right? I think that would be really awesome. Just Nintendo has done this really, really well in the past, and I think that's like they would set up demos and Best Buys and do partnerships with them, and I think that sort of thing is just really, really cool because it brings people together. I remember back when I was a kid, there was something called the Nintendo Power Fest. Chat, do you how many of you are old enough to remember Nintendo Power Fest, when Nintendo would go around hosting these competitions, video game competitions, and you would stand outside like a Walmart and just meet people, right? This was I was in one of those competitions. I went to, there was one in Birmingham, Alabama, one in Atlanta, one in God knows whereville, Florida, I don't know, and then one in South Carolina. And in South Carolina, I got like second place in it. Got this bomber jacket. It's still in my closet, actually. But it was through that I got to eventually go to E3, right? Because of connections that I made and all this kind of stuff. And I was a teenager when I was invited by some people that I met there and my dad met there to go to E3 for the first time. And it was because of one of these community events. I just think that fans deserve the opportunity to celebrate the things that they're passionate about with other people that are also celebrating. There's not enough of that in the real world anymore. We do all of our celebrating through posts on Twitter and stuff like that, but like there's something about that in-person thing. Are you hearing me, chat? Like, is this something that would resonate with you? I just think about all the times, like, we could do meetups and stuff. Like, I love to like meet people that have like enjoyed or watched or like critiqued my content and stuff. Like, I've had that happen to me a few times where somebody's been like, "Hey, I've seen your stuff," and like it's the weirdest thing in the world. It's like, what, me? But I think that it's cool for us to be able to connect and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's even more digital with the digital showcases. Yeah, I wish PlayStation still did PlayStation experiences. I think it'd be really cool. Oh yeah, I can't imagine being outside the US because there is a ton of stuff here, but we're still super spread out. Like LA is like a day's journey for me from where I am. Same with like New York and stuff like that. So anyway, well, that is 20 minutes of just, catching up. So that's where we are. Tonight, though, we're going to have a great time. We are going to dive into Chapter 11 of Final Fantasy VII Remake. And Final Fantasy VII Remake, we have gone through this Lecture Play series. First of all, let me give a shout out to all of the first-timers in the chat. You don't have to say hey or announce yourself or anything like that, but if you were a first-timer, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here. I don't know how you got here, whether it was through YouTube or just finding me on Twitch or Googling or whatever, but we are thankful to the algorithmic gods, and we are glad that you are here. So welcome, make yourself at home, feel free to chat, all that kind of stuff. My name is Wade, aka Professor Noctis. I'm an actual professor at the University of Alabama where I teach religion and Final Fantasy 15. In fact, I taught my class this afternoon on Final Fantasy 15 and Judeo-Christian kingship. So it's going to be really fun in about a month when we start playing Final Fantasy 15 live on stream with members of my class who are going to be here. So be nice to them, everybody, is what I'm saying. But if you're a first timer in here, just know I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome. Make yourself at home. If you've got questions at all throughout the night, just raise them, and I will do my best to help us through. Chapter 11 is one of my absolute favorites in the entire game. It is much critiqued, much lamented, because as you probably know, if you were with us the last stream, there are things happening in Midgar, and we are racing against the clock to go and try to figure out what's going on there. And yet this chapter tends to hit the brakes a little bit, and we're gonna stop and do some seeming side quest content. But if you know the subject of my lecture that I gave that released 2 days ago in 720p, then you know that I think that this chapter is really, really meaningful. Well, that's enough. We're going to dive right in. I do have a couple of research questions for you, though. So chat, one thing that we do is we try to extract meaning and sense from the games that we play on this stream. And tonight, we are talking about two primary things. First of all, the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. We're talking about real-world theologies and philosophies of that, as well as in-game theologies and philosophies of that. And we're going to get into that. The second thing is we're going to talk about a guy named Eligor. That's where we're going to end tonight, and I'm so excited to talk about him. So anyway, without further ado, why don't we get started, everybody? Again, thank you so much for being here. This is awesome. Let's do it. Let me crank up the music just a little bit for us all. It's not ending. It's not ending, everybody. It's not ending. Don't pay no attention. I don't know why it does that. I don't know. This is another amateur Noctis moment. And we are so back, everybody. We are so back. We're so back. Okay, yeah, I'm trying, everybody. I'm trying. I did my Biore strip, and I'm all out of off kilter today. So anyway, let's do this. GG, good stream. No, please stay. All right, let's do it. No more sewers, everybody.
Understood. The avalanche mission's been approved. We ought to proceed as planned.
This is bullshit. What the hell are they thinking?
Threats to public order are to be summarily put down. This is what we've always done.
Summarily put down. Guess it's a little late to grow a conscience.
Yeah, I love the Turks. Reno and Rude. They're so good.
Just on patrol.
Don't worry. We'll make it in time.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that you like the chapter. Thanks to the video. That's great. First, boxes, though. Up we go. So, chat, if you are not familiar, if you're not familiar with the OG version of the train graveyard, it is literally 2 screens. 2 screens that you kind of make your way around, move a few trains, and then you're at the next part. 2 screens. If you don't do battles, it is less than 3 minutes long. Less than 3 minutes long, and they turned it into an entire chapter for this game. And I love what they did with it. So we'll get to it.
Real treasure trove of
Great music for Halloween.
Sector 7 should be just past that large maintenance facility over there. I vote we stay in the light so we can see where we're going.
Dark everywhere.
That it?
That it? I love to stay in the light too. Roxy, we will have none of that shenanigan here. None of that talk about Final Fantasy 15 being just a boy band simulator. I'm going to change your mind, Roxy. I'm going to change your mind.
It's deserted and kind of creepy.
People don't come around here often. Not just because of the monsters, but because of the stories.
What kind?
The stories.
Everyone seems to think that the train graveyard is haunted. Those who lose their way out there in the dark of night will never, ever find their way back home again.
Yeah, chat, let's stop there for a second. I mean, Tifa's retelling the rumors that we hear about the train graveyard that was basically NPC side content in the original game. And she says, those who lose their way in the dark of night will never, ever, ever see the light of day again. That's key. Now, we're going to get more lore around that a little bit later, but don't miss what Tifa just said there. Great stuff.
Is that right?
I mean, it's not like I think it's true or anything. But, you know, it's just...
You know.
Let's hurry.
Okay, anything over here? No boxes? Excuse me. The thing that this chapter does really well from a gameplay standpoint is the vibe. I mean, it is spooky and mysterious. You just feel like you are... I mean, it's just unknown. And there's also this kind of impending danger and doom.
Well, this isn't
Time to get
good.
serious.
What are these were-rats? Ice. Time to do the lost counter. We're not... We aren't lost yet. I'm just looking at options. I'm just looking at options right now. Spooky, scary. This theme is titled Train Graveyard. Yep. Oh, really? I didn't know there was Train Graveyard as a song in Dirge of Cerberus. That's interesting. You're lost when we say you're lost. Thank you, Blitz. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Guys, what was that?
I don't know, but we're gonna walk closer. Oh no, little demons that are they're weak to ice. Good. Let's make it hot. Okay. Whoa, get in there, Cloud. That's a friend of mine, not...
I just heard a little...
No, not Blitz. Blitz
Did you
winner.
guys hear it
Sorry,
too?
I should be
Why
more
would there be
specific.
kids out here this late?
What? Then...
Why would there be kids out here this late? Yeah. Ah, VII music. Yeah, the horror vibe here is so good. And you can look over here. Look at these boxes, right? They've got these like ghastly handprints all over them, and they've just done such a great job. Can I destroy these boxes? Yes, you can. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, in we go. This part got you lost? Okay, okay. Good. It doesn't make me feel bad if I get lost Noctis tonight. Oh, I see. Eric, thank you for the sub as well. Appreciate ya. We're all real close. Aerith, get out of my way, girl. Oh, snap. Now, these drawings on the ground, this is kind of interesting.
Focus. I'll end this.
Yeah, we're going to look at the drawings in just a second. Oh no, help us! Excuse me, there's something in my throat. What's up, lady? How you doing? Of the rings. Okay, clearly that's the way we're going. Aerith is leading the way, as is Tifa. I'll let you go a little bit further. This crew knows where they're going. Aerith is like, this is the way, you guys. Oh, more of these guys. I love that triple slash. I hope I won't become Prof Lostis tonight, but no promises, you know. Ah, girl.
I'll take care of him.
Will you?
You've got this.
I got this.
Get him.
Did we get him? So we did. Okay. Aerith. Which way do we go? I thought she was going to lead us. Okay, it looks like we're doing okay. Yeah, why there's a train graveyard, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe one of you can let us know. Like, why is there just this junkyard for trains? Just... Pardon me. Just like old, unused, rundown trains. They just put them here because they've got nowhere else to put them. Trains have souls too. Somebody in on my video commented. Oh, hang on.
What is that?
Nice.
You okay?
All good, I think.
I think.
Still in one piece here too.
Friends.
Guys?
Seriously?
Come on, huh? Well, that's inviting.
Inviting. Somebody on my YouTube video said there's a train graveyard because in Final Fantasy VI, Sabin, one of the characters, suplexed so many trains that they needed a place to lay them to rest afterwards. That's why it's in Final Fantasy VII, because he did that in 6. If you don't know, chat, in Final Fantasy VI, a character does suplexes, and you can suplex a train. Okay, so we've got ghosts that are also artistic. That's pretty good. Come play with us. Won't you play with us?
All right, let's see what's inside.
Oh. Spooky. Oh.
Well, what do you think?
What do you think?
I'm game.
But
It'll be fine. We've got a bodyguard, don't forget.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Uh-oh.
Ghosts aren't my thing.
Me neither.
you're just being modest. After you.
Mind letting me go then?
Everybody, this is a moment, right? How many people are upset, right? It's so good. Cloud and his women. It's like there's a story. I actually had to give a lecture on this story yesterday, or yeah, it was 2 days ago, in class. There's a guy named Jacob in the Hebrew Bible, and he has 2 wives. And the way that he gets these 2 wives, you're gonna love this. The way that he gets these 2 wives, he's on the run because he stole the blessing from his brother, and Esau, who's his twin, and he goes over to his it's actually his relative's house, a guy named Laban, and Laban has 2 daughters. And while he is at the well at Laban's house, he sees a beautiful woman named Rachel, absolutely just a stunner. Okay, and he sees this girl, and like they hit it off, and so he goes over and is like, "Hey, I would like for your daughter to be my wife, right?" And they're like, he's like, "Well, I mean, she's my younger daughter. Have you considered Leah?" And the Hebrew Bible describes Leah as having kind eyes. Like, oh, she's got pretty eyes, but like, she's no Rachel. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whoa, wait, that's some shade. That's some Bible shade. And so anyway, he has to work 7 years to eventually marry Rachel. And then during the wedding and the consummation of that wedding ceremony, y'all, this is bonkers. Laban exchanges the wives. Exchanges his daughters because Jacob is he's been celebrating, he's a little like drunk or whatever from all the wine of celebrating, and then he swaps them out, and when Jacob wakes up the next morning, lo and behold, it's Kind Eyes laying next to him, and he's like, "You tricked me," and he was like, "Well, it's what happened. So, but I'll give you the other one. You just got to work for me a little bit longer." And so he works. He works some more, but he ends up with 2 wives, and these 2 wives, they are kind of competitive with one another in some ways. Because Rachel can't have children, Leah is very fertile. And so then she has some kids, and then Rachel prays to the Lord, and the Lord gives her some kids. But then Leah, not to be outdone, says, I'm going to get another of my servants, and you're going to have kids with her too. And so Jacob's like, fine, if you insist. And then he goes over and has kids. And then Rachel says, well, I'm not going to be outdone. Here's some more, like here's a servant of mine. I would love for you to do this as well. So he ends up having kids with Rachel's servants as well. So he's got 2 wives, 2 concubines, and a plethora of children. And those children are 12 in number, and then counting after that. And that becomes the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? And somebody in my class raised their hand and they were like, Dr. Langer, that was his relative. And I said, yeah, that's really interesting, right? Because like today y'all use Hinge and Tinder, but they were more Ancestry.com people. And that was their dating app. And y'all, that was a fun lecture the other day. So anyway, so here we are. Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. Now, who is Leah and who is Rachel? Well, I guess that is in the eyes of the beholder, is it not? Let's get on with the stream because we have gone off the rails in the train graveyard. What has happened tonight?
What was that?
You guys, I'm feeling a little spooky. Shall we do something spooky tonight? How fun would it be if we did something a little spooky with our filters? You want to do that? Would that be fun? What if we did something like... Oh, that's kind of spooky. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's spooky. Ooh, it's ghastly. How do you like that? Chat? Oh. Is this the vibe we're going for tonight? Let's do spooky Noctis, shall we? Oh boy, let's do this. You joined this stream at an odd time. Spooky filter. It's like it's going back to 480p. It was my plan all along. Maybe turn off the lights too. Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. Let's really spook it up here. Oh, spooky. Oh my gosh, look. Oh, we're so dark. We're so dark. I look so pale. Oh yeah. Ooh, spooky. Okay. Okay, back to it, everybody. Okay. I should have dressed as Eligor. Nah. I've got his filter on.
Look! Over there!
How are you going to enjoy these pores? I'll turn it back on later.
Found you. Hey, can we talk? Just for a bit?
A child. Oh.
Get back.
So as you kind of saw from that brief cutscene, these ghosts are children, and they also seem. Oh, it's immune. Crap! I've got to use fire on these guys. I think. No. I've got to use magic on these guys. They are kids, but they are both wanting Aerith to follow them, but also they are in a little bit of a panic mode here. There she is. This is going to be a really challenging chapter because in hard mode,
This one's for you!
it's really tough to conserve your MP and you can't use items.
Go on!
Dadgummit, if I would stop being interrupted. There we go. Oh my gosh, please stop.
Let's do this.
Does he have reflect on? Is that why this is happening? Ah, man. I think that's what it is.
I'm waiting.
Me too.
Calling fire.
No, it does not. That was just something else happening. Okay.
It's you.
Did you notice that, chat? She looks at him and says, "It's you." As though she remembers him. That's a huge moment. She's like, "It's you."
Don't!
Everything's dangerous.
I know, but even so.
What the?
Oof. I want to hug the death child.
You okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, Cloud. You saved us.
Don't mention it.
Gonna need to find another way through.
It was not. So, everybody, we've talked at length about how Aerith can hear the cries of the planet. And in my last lecture, I mentioned the idea, it's a Celtic idea, and I'm going to move over here. I mentioned this Celtic idea of what's called thin places. It's these ideas, or these places that exist in the real world, where there is a thin veil between the living and the dead, or the here and the hereafter. And that's a thing that is resonant here in this particular chapter. Because when they set foot in the train graveyard, things are not necessarily as they seem. You have these spirits that are here, but the question is, with the life stream, why are they here? Like, why are they, like, stuck here in the train graveyard? And that's the mystery of this chapter as we make our way through it. So, as we go through it, number one, this is a thin place where, for whatever reason, the veil is pulled back to the point that Cloud and Tifa can also see these ghosts. But Aerith seems to recognize these ghosts in some fashion. We'll get to that in a little bit. So, back to the game. Yeah, Seven, drop us with that sweet knowledge.
That was close.
It was, wasn't it? Well, it's not done yet, Tifa. So. Where are we? Ah. There's a bench up here. That would be maybe helpful. Did I miss the bench? I think I went right past the bench, didn't I? That's really unfortunate. Alas. Alas. No, I didn't. I was definitely. You can't reach it yet, if you recall. Yeah, there's a bench up next to the control room. So there's, yeah. Okay, so I just need to go toward this thing again. No, this way. Yeah, my bad. There's like a thing that you have to sidle by, I think, maybe? Interesting. No, I really think that we've just gone the wrong way. So if y'all are doing the lost counter, that's kind of where we are right now. Oh no, we've got to go this way first. Ah, it has to shut. Silly me.
What now?
I don't know, Tifa. Please stand clear of the closing doors. lost Noctis. Not to worry, chat. I'm working on the emotes.
Guess the crane's up there.
I think I need to swap out one of his materia for fire. There we go. About the same idea as how Aerith sees the whispers and Cloud doesn't in earlier chapters. Yeah, these thin places do allow the outside world to see into the other reality, but Aerith can see it because of her unique connection to the planet. That's 100% right, but this is being a thin place where everybody's able to see these things. How cool is that? Yeah, Zach, that's also a really great point. They're like super alive in the early parts of the game, and now like they're just not. Kind of a interesting contrast. Oh. You got this one-eyed ghost. Maybe because this one took its eye and he's got 3. And then we've got that ghost. So chat, sometimes I like to have research questions in these lectures. And so one question that I would have for you tonight is this whole chapter is about what happens when the cycle of life and death is halted, if it's paused and it's in stasis, where these spirits aren't really sent, but they're not really with you. They're not living, but they're also not entirely non-existent or you know, dead or inaccessible. What happens when that hope that people put their hope in, right? This idea of life and death and maybe even rebirth and an afterlife or something like that. What happens when that is called into question? I'm curious about your knowledge based on your, you know, philosophies, maybe even personal beliefs, or even just things that you've heard. What have you heard about people's thoughts of the afterlife? What's the most interesting thing you've ever heard of people's thoughts of the afterlife, or what happens after you die? These are the questions that cultures all try to reckon with. And I think it's a really kind of interesting question. So, yeah, if you want to talk about those kind of things, or if you want to even Google ideas, theories of life after death, just hit us tonight with some of the most interesting theories, theologies, or even maybe personal ideas of what happens, because that's kind of the topic for the night. Legitimate question, what's the symbol on the back of the ghost?
It's not working.
It's the same symbol that's on the back of the clones.
I wonder if this
We'll
is
look at
another
that.
prank.
It's a good question.
Someone might be messing with the power supply to make us run around.
And the question is, are they being guided or are they being tricked? Oh, 7 music, that's interesting. One interesting theory you've heard is that we don't retain an identity upon death, but join a sort of spiritual collective free of identity and ego. Yeah, that in some ways has some traces in some pretty Eastern sort of ideas, but also there is an idea in some African theologies and South American theologies that talk of like a collective consciousness, which I think is also an interesting idea.
Found you.
Yep. Oh yeah, you're weak to fire now. I don't know why ghosts are weak to fire, but here we are. Why don't we pray, everybody? Why don't we pray? Because we are in need of help.
Don't overdo it.
Well, too late for that, Cloud. Oops.
I'll show you what I can do.
Okay, Cloud. You gotta just use your fire sword here. Hey, 7 music, since I'm playing right now, could you possibly recap that article for us? I would love to. Oh my gosh, I say that I'm playing, I'm more dying. Oh my goodness, these freaking ghosts. Ghosts hang out in the dark, yeah. Chat, I see some of the things you're saying, but I am in battle right now, so I'm going to respond after battle. Oh, ow, that hurt. Let's just hit him with a Ascension. Control Shift. That was a little overkill, but you know what? That's okay too. Stagger the ghost! Alright, Aerith. So yeah, several of you have chimed in here, which I think is really great. Thank you for that. Jesse's dad was dead, but not actually dead. She said that he was stuck in an in-between world or purgatory. Yeah, we stopped and talked about that back in chapter 4, where she's like stuck. Or excuse me, he's like stuck in between things. And I think that that's a major foreshadowing. Hey, thanks for the follow, Primary Blend. Next, let's see. I personally found the concept of ghosts really interesting coming from a Christian background because we believe in a heaven and hell, not necessarily being stuck in between. But then there's also just a lot of experiences with ghosts, if not evidence. Yeah, Lady of the Rings, there's something really interesting in that because there are a couple of ghost stories that are found in the Hebrew Bible and even in some of the New Testament Christian writings as well. And especially that comes into play when they talk about mediums. For example, King Saul summons through a medium the spirit of Samuel, his former prophet who's now dead, from the afterlife, and that's a really fascinating thing. And so his spirit comes out of the afterlife, I guess, and kind of chastises him, like, "Why did you do this?" So yeah, there's something interesting to that as well, even in the Jewish and Christian ideology. So I think that these are great questions for all of us to kind of think. Makes me think of Lone Star. I think it was a horror story or a tall tale where people's souls or consciousness continues on in their bodies beyond death, stuck in their bodies. Oh, that's horrifying. That's horrifying. How many of us had a fear of being buried alive at one point in our lives? I don't know why that was ever a thing. Maybe it was because of Kill Bill. Also, that Enter the Void movie. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat, everybody. Which is also basically related to the premise of consciousness after death. Good. But how I see it portrayed in this game is how there's sort of a limbo of the in-between. Yeah, no, that's really fair. That's super fair. So yeah, great point as well. There's a... even in the midst of, if you don't believe in any particular religious philosophy, I think that that's a really interesting thing, and I talked about it briefly in my video as well. There's really three components of this idea of rebirth in the afterlife that a lot of people ascribe to, and I want to share a couple of those things. First of all, there's the idea of rebirth that's a physical rebirth. This is reincarnation of things in the East. Think in Hinduism and Buddhism, for example. They're not exclusively, but Hinduism and Buddhism do that a great deal. Next, we've got kind of the ideas of an afterlife rebirth that culminates in a paradise or a heaven or something, even a heaven and hell. And that's more of a spiritual sort of rebirth where the body, which is decaying in life, is no longer a constraint on people. And then finally, the third thing that I talked about in the video is the idea of rebirth through the legacy, the memory. And this is for our atheist and maybe even agnostic friends. The idea that maybe there is no, quote, afterlife, but somebody lives on as a, quote, living legacy. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what I love about this game is that it delves into all three of those concepts. Maybe a place in the afterlife, maybe a physical rebirth, and then maybe even a living legacy. I think it's a really, really cool sort of thing. Yeah, good stuff. YouTube, let me refresh the chat because your chats were not coming through. If I didn't address something that you said, YouTube, just know that for some reason your chats weren't coming through, and my eyes are having a hard time seeing you on the screen over here. So just feel free to copy and paste that back if I didn't talk about what you said. You love that reference because I winked. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Judgment, heaven, hell, loss of freedom, control, agency, atheistic approach. Then what's the point of enduring this life to be blunt? It's all very troubling. Yeah, and I think that in a lot of ways, this is great. That is a really great critique. So it's like, what's the point of this life? If there is an afterlife, what's the point of this? And I think that Aerith kind of answers that question in chapter 14 in some ways, and we'll get to that. But it does seem like if there is no control, or if it's all just like, quote, pawns in a larger eternal game, then this is a question that a lot of cultures, a lot of people have. I do think that that's a great question, and it's a question that this game is asking. And so people will find comfort in the idea of returning to the live stream. But the biggest question, like the allusion to that, is how do we find comfort and acceptance with the cycle of life, I remember when I was 8 years old, I was playing, are you ready for this? I was playing a game called Princess Tomato and the Salad Kingdom. And there was an enemy who was a big red chili pepper, but he looked like my concept of what a devil would look like. And I went into a frenzy, like fear sort of thing, like cried. And my mom was like, "What is wrong with you?" And I was like, "Well, there's this like devil looking thing and I'm really scared of." She was like, "Well, you can't play that game anymore." But I went through this this period where I was really afraid of graveyards. I would play The Legend of Zelda, and like there was like a graveyard sort of thing that I was like, I can't go through that. So at around 8, I was afraid of death. And what I found in my own life is that that fear of death that I have or had is universal in cultures. And every culture reckons with that idea. And theologies and philosophies and the idea of living legacies help us live with a sense of purpose and an ability to accept that inevitable fate. And so you live with purpose and according to that, so that you can live well and die well. That's one thing I love about Final Fantasy 16. It's a mission to help people live and die on their own terms, right? Not at the whim of someone else. And there's certainly critiques of all philosophies of life and death, but I think that's interesting. This was your first part. As a spiritual leaning agnostic, I believe in the soul, but there is no idea of belief or unbelief that doesn't chill me a little. Yeah, collective consciousness, loss of identity. Yeah, I think that, and I think that that's a proper critique that those believe in a more individualized afterlife might say. Whereas the people in the live stream, like in this game, they'd be like, no, that's actually pretty comforting. We return to what we once were, and this is our opportunity to differentiate. So that's kind of interesting as well. If God exists and he knows everything we'll ever do, how does free will exist? And if so, is it truly free will? Lunchbox, oh my gosh, come to the chapter 18 lecture, because I'm going to talk about that. In fact, my final lecture is going to talk a little bit about the notion of free will and what that does, and how does predestination, free will, and even some of these thin space life-death cycles, how does that all play into that? So it's going to be a really banger sort of thing. So, man, we've done a lot here, so we're going to keep going, and I'm going to come back to chat in just a little bit. So, if you weren't counting on coming to a stream tonight that had existential crisis written all over it, then surprise! Because we are talking about it, because that's what this chapter is really about,
Do you think there's more in here?
Looks like. Aha! Found you.
Found you. Do you hear her? Oh my gosh, I freaking love it. Ah! Are you? Yeah, you are. That was great. Good job, Cloud. Aerith, it's up to you.
Let's go. I'll take care of him. One more shot. Get him.
FF7 music, I absolutely do, and I love it. In fact, yeah, Cycle of, is it Promised Land Cycle of Life or Cycle of Souls? I thought it was Cycle of Life. Or excuse me, Cycle of Souls. I used that in the second part of my video, on the train graveyard in Eligor. That was the background track for the third or second or third thing. Wait, I need a bench. Cycle of Souls, yeah, Cycling Life. I did know that. I try to look up a little bit of the history of the songs that I use in my videos. Oh, Twisted, I want to talk about that. What conclusion I've come to is that since I'm uncomfortable no matter what, I'm at least liberated from thinking that the truth has anything to do with my personal comfort. That's fair. Hey, you want to know a statement that has actually given me a lot of hope in this? And somebody asked me, music, I definitely will. Somebody asked me in my YouTube comments, what do I believe about the afterlife? And I was pretty honest. I said, as an academic, I really have a value for a lot of different theologies and philosophies and the way that those cultures come to those things. As somebody that studied in Hindu temples, in Jewish synagogues, in mosques, and certainly in Christian traditions and churches, there's a lot of value in a lot of these things to me. For me, in my personal tradition, I do believe in an afterlife, but what that looks like and what it's all like, I don't know. And I think anybody that says this is what it is, only one kind of person knows what that is, and they're not talking because they're already there, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but what I can say is there's a phrase from a theologian who died just a few years ago. His name's Frederick Buechner, and he was a Christian theologian, but really scholarly guy, just powerful author. He said that his concept was what he believed was that the worst thing is never the last thing, and he believed that in life, and he believes it after life, that the worst thing is never the last thing. And so whatever it is, I don't think that this thing right now is the last thing. Now, what that constitutes, I have no stinking idea. I have ideas based on my tradition and others that I've learned about, but ain't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? So, great stuff tonight, chat. We're getting places. Yeah. I love what y'all are talking about in the chat, everybody. And this sort of thing, I think makes the whole discourse. I want you to know something else, chat. Like, I will be very upfront about the things that I believe, but I hope that you hear in my voice that, like, if you believe differently or believe nothing, or and it's not just with religion, but ideological perspectives, all that kind of stuff, I hope that you feel like this is a place where your thoughts are valued and we can sit around the table together and have these kind of discussions. I don't feel like as a culture in 2024 we have these kind of discussions where we can all kind of share ideas, but that's what the classroom is for, where we're able to really share and think and talk deeply, maybe even objectively, about these kind of things. And so we kind of check our bias at the door so that we can understand others' perspectives and share our own, right? So that's what I love about this chat, and y'all are so good about this. So thank you for maintaining that as we even talk about these sensitive topics, right? Love that. There's a lot of toxicity, you know what I'm saying, online, and I just love that we have built a community here where we can talk about these things, right? Because, like, these are questions that we all have, you know, and, like, nobody knows, and so, like, let's chat. Freaking love it.
I'm pretty sure I saw a door on the other side of this place. I think our only choice may be to find another route.
Me too, Tifa. Let's go. Let's find another route, Tifa. This is a room where we've already killed ghosts, so we're gonna move on. Yeah, you know, Primary, I do feel that way. Like, when you disallow somebody the opportunity to kind of share their perspective, in some ways that is a degree of just kind of shutting down conversation. And when you shut down conversation and don't allow for that listening component, well, what you're in effect doing is you're saying, I don't want to learn, you know, I don't want to understand that perspective. And what I've found, chat, oh man, you want to get real. You want to get real. What I've found, and this is true in my classes as much as it is anything else, we tend to block out and gatekeep to a degree and lock up out of fear that something that we think may be proven wrong and will look silly. And so it becomes this idea of, I don't want that cognitive dissonance in my own mind by listening to another perspective, because it's really going to hurt me to grow or to reckon with that. Now, I'm not saying you have to accept everything that somebody else says, but to listen to it, to process it, and to come to a conclusion about it, that's one of the things that I try to teach in all of my classes. So you assume that people are competent and have thought through things, and you listen like they know what they're talking about in their own lives and experience. So anyway, I know you don't come here for life lessons from Noctis. I know you don't, but I thank you for humoring me. So thank you so much for that. Maybe it's just kind of reinforcing what I hope we could do as a society. Seth's story in AC, along with what you think might be going on with Seth in these games, leads you to think of it almost like a legacy of immortality, that you aren't really gone until the last person that remembers you is gone. Ooh, that's good. That's good, Lone Star. That's interesting. That might be why Seth seems to want Cloud to continue on living, because when his memory is gone, I mean, his living legacy. Oh my gosh, that's good. Lessons from Noctis' stream, a sequel to Lessons from the Ground Floor. Oh man. Oh man, that's so good. Y'all are great. Let's kill some ghosts.
Keep it cool.
I say kill some ghosts, I'm just killing boxes right now. These guys are so fast. Why are we doing this? Oh, always carry a big stick. Wherever you go, whatever you do. I was told there would be cookies here, but you stay for the discussions. Well, that's awesome, because you're certainly not staying for my gameplay ability. This is terrible tonight. When the chat is good and lively, that's when my gameplay just goes down the drain. Oh! Chat always kills. Okay, so everybody, I'm taking notes as well. We need a first try emote. We need a chat kills emote. We need Lost Noctis emote. Maybe an amateur Noctis emote. Oh my gosh, you guys. You're killing me. Killing me. Then Theology shattered you, Lunchbox. Wow. Sometimes Theology has a way of shattering us. When you hear, like, an echo of something really, really good, it's like, whoa, that gets you. I've got to get you some Discord emojis. You guys, everybody, I'm trying to be a community kind of person. I'm learning. I'm learning some things. I will tell you, chat, that I have been in contact with some artists in the last week. So we're going to be getting some things. So it's going to be good stuff. Anyway, we're doing stuff. Like when I was inspired to talk about Jacob's story after a polyamorous photo. You never know what you're going to get on these streams. I cannot believe I told the story of Jacob, Leah, and Rachel and compared it to Aerith and Tifa. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be freaking canceled. Canceled faster than Asmongold. Oh my lord.
Tifa.
Everybody, this is the song at the beginning of my video, by the way. I get that question a lot. It's called Ghoulish Symphony. It's on the Final Fantasy VII Remake Soundtrack Plus. Notice Aerith's chill demeanor.
Coming to get you?
Do you hear this? She recognizes the ghost, but they are panicking. Okay. Chad, I'm going to focus because this is not an easy fight.
I don't have time for your shit.
Same, Cloud.
Now you're in for it.
Ooh, ow. Oh, not good. Let's get him right here. Oh, it's immune. No! Okay, he's not immune anymore.
Deal with that.
Let me handle this. Go on.
Okay, what is it? Greater resistances to attacks. Yeah, immunities. Yuck. Ghoul is one of my absolute favorite tracks. I have been saying for 4 years I wanted to do something with the song Ghoul, and I'm so glad that it's in my Train Graveyard lecture. It's just so, so good. Oh, Teefs.
I'm coming.
Not the furniture moving ghost. Oh, gotta dodge. You gotta dodge that. Okay. Cloud,
You lead the way.
don't let him. Let's... Yeah, we're gonna haste Cloud
Breather.
and Aerith.
Here goes.
Not yet. This is fine.
Try using it.
Where we at? Fire. Let's blast the crap out of him right here.
You can do it. Let me handle
Are we immune to magic now? Crap! Blah, blah, blah.
it. I'm coming. Go on.
Okay, we gotta do some of this. How about some regen on all of us? And maybe regen on him too. Cloud!
Yeah. Bring it.
This boss is like a huge pain to me. What am I doing?
It's on you.
Aerith, we're gonna...
That's it.
Oh, crap.
It's your turn.
Dadgummit!
I'll show you what I can do.
Can somebody not be stunned for a second?
Why don't you lead the way?
Hit me with that desk one more time. Oh my gosh.
Go on.
No, we gotta keep running. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh.
Just taking a little break.
No! Don't do it.
So it's my turn?
Cloud, could you wake up? No, get up.
Everything's spinning.
Everything is spinning. Get up, Aerith. Don't.
It's your turn.
Taking over.
Okay, we got to bring her back to life. Tifa. Okay, Aerith,
Care of them?
and we're gonna get everybody back up. Oh my gosh, you guys. My gosh, you guys.
Why don't you lead the way? All set.
Okay, now, what are we doing? Fire, still no magic, so it's all physical at this point. Wait a second. I know what I'm gonna do.
One more shot.
Okay, we're gonna hit him with regen, so that his... Ah, you jerk.
Stop it.
Okay, we've hit him with regen. That should lower his HP a good deal. Okay.
Let's dance, asshole.
Yeah, let's dance, Ghost. That'll do. And when you get back down, Cloud, gonna hit him with fire. No, we're not, because he's still immune. Triple slash will do. Oh, we can't do it yet. Oh, we disappeared! Oh crap, phase shift. Holy moly. Holy moly. Gotta go. Still immune to magic. Oh, desk. Oh, fire. Oh. You stupid ghost. Oh, ghost.
Just hang on. I'm coming.
I know you are. Let's just arise.
I'll take care of them.
Could somebody stay on their feet, please? Hang on, Tifa, are you doing it?
You can do it. I got this.
No, she's not. Now, Aerith, I'm counting on you, girl. Good dodge, Tifa. Good dodge. Come on, you got this. I am going through it. Freaking ghosts. I need an exorcist.
Get him.
Stay away from the phantasmic fury. Okay, and now back to Aerith. Relatable. Hang on, what we got? Tifa? Oh, she's dying. Okay.
Go
Got
on.
it.
That's it.
Come on, get him. There you go. Blast him, Aerith. Yeah. Oh, now we're immune.
The way.
I love this part. It did pick up Tifa. It was strangling her. Oh. Y'all, this part of the song, by the way, this is the most hype part of the whole song for me. And if you haven't seen the video, I want you to pay attention to this, because I tried to sync up images with that part of the song. It's just so good.
It's not over yet. Tagging out.
Song goes so hard. Goes so hard. Everybody, stop being stunned. Everybody.
Can you take over for me?
I'll end this.
You missed. Cloud. Cloud's just fighting shadows over there. Oh, oh, oh. No, you don't. No, you don't. Keep running, Tifa. Keep running. What are we allergic to? Immune to, I mean. Okay. Fire. Oh, no.
Here goes.
Aerith, we gotta...
Tagging out.
Allergic. Tagging out. I love that Aerith's still so happy in the midst of this horrible fight.
Get him.
I felt the same way, music. Like, this theme is one of the best in the whole game. It's so good. Come on, come on. Get him. Get him. Come on.
Deal with that.
No, Tifa!
I'll take care of them.
No, Aerith! Tifa!
Good now.
Fire! We've almost got him! Stagger him! Stagger him! Yeah, let's go! Everybody, everybody, get in there! Get in there!
Don't stop now.
I know, come on! Heck yeah! Allergic.
That was fun.
Maybe my favorite battle theme, besides
All
Airbuster.
this time, you were waiting for someone to come and play with you.
What are you talking about? Come on, let's get back to the crane.
Let's do it. Yeah, wasn't that a great fight? Well, I don't know if it was a great fight, but it was definitely a great boss theme. Oh my gosh. But first, let's go sit on the bench. Yes, sir. There may have been a bench on the other side, but you know what? That little snippet of music after the battle was not released on any soundtrack. Yeah. Which is kind of unfortunate. I really need all of that. In my videos, I really like to use these really dynamic themes that accentuate kind of the script that I've written. And I felt like Ghoul was a really tough one to do. I don't know. Are y'all interested in like behind the scenes stuff as far as the making of my videos? Or are you just like, oh, we don't care about this editing. Get back to ghost fighting. Oh, you are interested in it? Okay. Okay, so a few years ago, like I started listening to the VII remake soundtrack when I was training for a half marathon, and I would listen to it all the time when I'm working out and stuff. And my go-to tracks were Airbuster and Ghoul. Airbuster we've already done. It's maybe my most hype favorite song in the game. Honestly, I love Airbuster. And then Ghoul is brand new to Final Fantasy VII in this game. It was not in the original, and I absolutely adored it. And I kept on thinking of things, and like the way that my brain works, chat, when I'm listening to music and stuff. I think it's because I'm a teacher, I'm a communicator, I've got a little bit of a theater skit background, but not a massive amount. When I hear certain melodies, I'm constantly thinking about words that I would say, almost like dramatic readings with those things. And I really try to think about my favorite movies and how the music in the background accentuates what's happening on screen. And I've had this idea for Ghoul for about 3 years. And you got to see what that is in the video that I published a couple days ago. But it is such a fast-paced song, you guys, that I know that it can almost overpower what you're saying. And so I had to be really, really careful for my own pacing and like recording and re-recording and all that kind of stuff to make sure that the vibe and the cadence was right, you know, because at the end of that song it really is hype. And so when I got into the script, I was still listening to this song over and over and over again on repeat so that I could listen and just kind of get my own voice right. And as I'm doing that, I have this idea for a montage of scenes that I wanted to convey. And it just, all I can say is like, that was what I was going for, like this montage of scenes that's amplifying what I'm talking about in a rapid fire, almost overwhelming fashion. And my hope is that it's the kind of video that like you get something out of the first time, but then like each one of those pictures, they were completely, even though they're only like 1 second each, 1.3 seconds each or something like that, each one of them was carefully and meticulously chosen with the words that I'm saying so that it syncs. I'll give you one. I'll give you just one. I talk about Sephiroth being reborn as a god. Reborn as a god. And so this is really interesting. There is a trailer scene, chat, of a weapon being airlifted out of the Gungaga reactor. So I decided that I wanted to put that in there because there are striking similarities between that weapon and its physical makeup and a form of Sephiroth at the end of the game, of the original game, where he kind of looks like this with this giant almost green orb or this orb on his almost belly part. And the song that plays in the background of that particular scene, the battle music, is called Birth of a God. And so what I wanted to do was kind of convey this idea of birth of a god and Sephiroth being born as a god. And so I flashed that picture for 1.3 seconds. And those that know why I put that picture in and synced it with that voice. But most people are just gonna be like, oh yeah, that's just a random picture that goes on through. So that was completely intentional for me. So I hope that you'll go back and like look at all of the images that I put in there in the order that I put them in, because it was completely and totally intentional to do that. So anyway, yeah, Bizarro Sephiroth, yeah. Yes, I did, that it was Rebirth Sephiroth. Bizarro Sephiroth is Rebirth Sephiroth. I did know that. That's, yeah. So hopefully there's multiple meanings to each one of those pieces. And hopefully you'll go back and look at all that. Oh my gosh. Add one to the lost counter, guys. Because I am LOST lost. Oh, I need to go down. I was there. No, I wasn't. Or maybe I need to go up and over. That's what I need to do. Up, over, and to the left. What's up, Sleep Easy? How you doing? We're talking about a little behind the scenes of my recent video right now. Chat, aren't the vibes just absolutely immaculate here, though? Isn't it just stunning? Did I somehow go the absolute wrong way? It's because I was chatting and talking. I'm not blaming you guys. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, so come down here. Yeah, let's do that. Come through here.
Those who lose their way out there in the dark of night will never, ever find their way back home again. What do you guys think would have happened if they'd caught us?
I wonder. Maybe they're the ones who were caught.
Can we just drop the whole...
What if they're trapped here and can't leave?
Hear that? Aerith's onto it. What if they're trapped here and can't leave, right? That's huge. Yeah, Sleep Easy. I heard that you were sick. I read on your Twitter that you were sick. Dude, I'm so sorry. Do you know, is it like flu? Is it COVID? Is it... I had the flu not long ago, and it was the sickest that I've been since I was a little kid, I think. Absolute awfulness.
We should be able to get through now.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
find out.
Jedi Piggy Prime, you have not played the original. Well, I love it. I love that you're not getting spoiled somehow. That's awesome. And I'm sure that even like hearing things that may happen in the original, it's all out of context, right? We have 2 7 virgins in our mix. I keep looking at myself and like my ghastly appearance because of the camera filter we put on. That's funny. Have I once again... Am I lost again? Why is this happening? What is happening, chat? What is happening, chat? Have I, like, lost my mind? Gotta keep it spooky. Okay, this is the same chord. Oh, I see what's going on here. Now we come up here. Is that what we're supposed to do, maybe? And then we come through here. Ah, I see. I see what's happening. Just follow the lights. Allegedly. Oh, no, follow this light. There we go. Oh my gosh. You guys. We did it.
We're through.
Great. Let's head outside. Wait.
First try.
A girl?
A girl. Now, chat, notice this girl has a non-ethereal appearance, right? And it's Marlene. So this is actually a specter of a memory, right? So that's what lets us know that this particular chapter isn't just like the dead, but it is a capturing of memories and a manipulation of memories here, because Marlene obviously is not dead, or unless they like completely pull the rug out from underneath us. But anyway,
Marlene?
I have played this before, Roxy. Yeah, shocking.
And the kids that the Black Wind carries away have to live in the train graveyard forever and ever. So you have to stay far, far away from there.
All right then, I will.
Oh, you know Betty? Yesterday she went with her daddy to
Yeah.
When is Daddy coming back?
Actually, he might not make it home tonight.
Yeah.
Marlene, what are you?
Yeah.
We can't waste any more time here.
What was that about?
Nothing you need to worry about. Let's get going.
And boy, what a powerful analog, right? I mean, not only this chapter haunted, you know, Aerith, obviously they're haunted in this chapter by ghosts, but there's also this haunting of memories and the manipulation of those memories that are seemingly kind of innocuous. I mean, normal kid stuff. They're being brought back up to create and instill some doubt, some fear, even some urgency, clearly, as we run, for Tifa. You know, she's remembering this conversation with Marlene, and she's like, I can't like let that happen. I can't leave her alone. We've got to get back to Marlene. You know, and so like this is an emotional haunting as well as this ghastly haunting as well. I think the themes are just layers on layers here, and it's a powerful way because you definitely get it with Tifa. Cloud seems largely unaffected for the most part, and that may be revealed a little bit more in Rebirth why he doesn't have any memories that are haunting him in this. But Aerith and Tifa definitely do. And it's a very meta sort of narrative of like, we're facing ghosts, but there's also haunting memories for us that seem to be a manipulation from someone. So let's go. Cloud's just trying to vibe. And aren't we all, really? Aren't we all just trying to vibe? HP restored, thank God. So we need to start playing with some MP restoration materia, I think, because this is going to be challenging if not. Do I have any MP restoration sort of stuff? I'm not even using parry. Let's see what we got. We got magic up. Auto cure MP up. That would have actually been really helpful to have this entire time. But whatever, hard mode. I have clearly not maxed out all of these either. I'm suddenly regretting all of my decisions and choices. Okay, well, I don't really have any MP absorb materia, unless somebody else has it. HP up, skill master, auto cure, got it. And Aerith, what you got? MP up, we love that. HP up, so we don't really have any. Oh, maybe, is MP absorb a blue materia? Maybe that's a thing that's, yeah, that may very well be it. I think Eligor maybe. Let's just look. MP absorption. We love that. And let's put it in with... Is there like an attack I can use or something that would work with that? First strike. I could put it with prayer, maybe. Would that work? MP absorption. When unleashing an attack works with fire, ice, lightning, wind, and poison. Got it. So let's absorb every time we use... How about ice? Because I think Eligor may be... I think Eligor is weak to ice. 1 second, chat. And let's also, I don't know why I'm doing that for Cloud now that I think about it. I want him to have ice, but his MP is not really as important as Aerith's. So let me swap that up a little bit more, chat. Sorry. He is weak to wind, and he's also weak to ice, I believe. You need wind to knock him out of the sky at one point. I know that. Gosh, I've learned that in my years. Chakra would be good. Got ATB boost. Subversion materia. Oh. Let's give Cloud wind, just because, you know. Now Aerith. Magnify. Do we have Magnify on this? Allows you to expand the range. Press L1 when selecting a spell. Interesting. I do like that. I'm never going to use Chakra. Or I don't use Chakra very much. But you know, I'm afraid to take it away from her. I'm really afraid. So we're going to take away Barrier, and we're going to give her that MP thing. And every time she uses lightning, and let's also give her a wind materia. I don't think we need fire anymore. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about this. I guess I don't need steel this time around. Did I have steel equipped? Tell me if I did, chat. All right, second half of the train graveyard. Clearly longer than the sewers. Do, 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 do. The turntable has been activated.
It's moving.
Maybe now
I wish there was like a
we can use the
DJ
other
that
side.
came out like doots, doots, doots.
No need to worry.
Okay, come on. Turn around. Yeah, this half is way closer to the original game. I agree with that. One thing that's somewhat frustrating about this particular part is that they bounce around. They bounce around the immunities and weaknesses of these enemies, and so like I equip like fire materia on Cloud, and it makes him strong against some enemies and really weak against others. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Kill these guys. Ah. You totally fell asleep in your kid's room with me running over here? I mean, I'm not saying like you fell asleep because of this, but you just left me on, and the kids were sleeping and they're just hearing me yelling. Hopefully you've got headphones in or something.
Watch yourself.
I'm coming.
All the times.
Been there.
Bring it on.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Keep it together.
Let me just
Oh, Tifa.
you're up.
Oh, you got comfy and had your headphones in. I see. Okay, kill, 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 kill. Alright, Aerith. We gotta do something here, girl. No, that was not the thing to do, actually.
Pressure, okay?
I pressed the wrong button. Cozy stream with Prof yelling no. Maybe it's just Prof things, you know? Boxes. Love a good box. No exhausted like being exhausted, being with children exhausted.
But we're so close, I can see it.
Hey, do you think these trains might still run?
Could give it a try.
Well, they don't have legs, Aerith.
Good call. Looks like it still works.
I knew it.
Now we're moving some trains. Everybody, the Black Wind. Eh? Eh?
Everybody good?
Yeah.
True, Yuzora. True. Everyone's favorite Final Fantasy. I'll tell you after this.
Separation code is. Got it. Yeah, of course I do. We just got this one thing whenever. It's just that.
You got a death wish or something? Because I sure as shit don't.
What's happening? Do you have a problem?
Not really. Small arms fire from some local boys trying to defend the building.
There would be zero sending reinforcements. The more players that take the truth, the better.
So that's what we are.
Find out when the mission is complete.
Tifa.
They're really gonna drop the plate.
They won't if Barrett and the others have anything to say about it.
All we can do now is keep moving.
That's right, Aerith. That's right.
Please. Please Let us be in time.
Okay, we gotta go. Let's go. Oh, there's those guys. Oh, that's not a ladder. That's a ladder. Guess there's no turning back there. More
Why
copters.
am I not surprised?
Lady, that's a great one to have, though. I mean, I love 16. 15's the one that probably changed the trajectory of my life. 15's the one that it's the reason why I'm here, doing this with you tonight. But my favorite would probably be, oh man, 4, 6, 7, or 15. 4, 6, 7, or 15. Like, I love all 4 of those for very different reasons. 4 for nostalgia with my dad. 6 because it really made me appreciate storytelling in a way that I had never experienced in a game before. 7 because 7. Are you kidding me? It's 7. And 7 was my game when I was 13, 14 years old. It was a coming of age story for me. And I think that's what resonated with me, because when you're in 7th or 8th grade, you're figuring out who you are. Trains moving trains. But you're figuring out who you are, and so Cloud's identity became a question for me as well. And I saw a lot of myself in him. And I think that's what a lot of 13-year-old boys, 14-year-old boys did back then. So it just resonated with us a lot. Oh boy.
Now you're ready for it.
And then 15 because it is the video game, much less the Final Fantasy, right? That turned me into a doctor, and a professor, and a streamer. So 15 will always hold a special place in my heart. But let me not talk over this immaculate music, everybody, because it's too good for me to just keep talking.
So it's my turn?
Let's do this. Don't overdo it.
It's not over yet. I'm not going out like this. Super close one.
That was a super close one. Where were your heels, Aerith? Where were your heels? Oh man, I see y'all talking about Arden in the chat. Y'all, save it for the 15 streams, baby. We are gonna get there, and I cannot wait to talk to you about Arden. Arden is my favorite, bar none, antagonist, and I use that word specifically for him because it's kind of murky, right? But I love Arden. I love him. But you're going to have to wait for my 15 streams for that one. Ah, 13-2 is a good one. (13-2) had some banger music to it. I loved 13-2. I still sometimes listen to the final boss music of that when I go for a run. Gosh, Darren DePaul. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. He's so good. No, that's rematch atop the pillar. Are you talking to me? Oh, I see you're not. Never mind. Racy, I'm so glad that you have had 2 experiences with Final Fantasy, and they couldn't be more different, and you somehow have loved them both. They are very different. Oh, you guys.
Almost there. Come on.
Right.
The kids that the Black Wind carries away have to live in the train graveyard forever and ever.
This scene is just perfect. All right, everybody, buckle up. Here we go. Let's stop for a second here, chat, because we do. I mean, look at these things that are drawn on their backs, right? On the back of this ghost, you've got like this kind of figure that looks like it's almost puppeteering this other. Some interesting interpretations of that online. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, we're just going to watch it, and maybe just before the fight, we'll talk about it.
You're just trying to help, aren't you? You're the one who...
Are you ready?
Mm.
Well, are ya?
I'm ready now!
Me too. Found you. No way. We found you.
You got me. Hey, where's Aerith?
I'm ready.
Notice her non-ethereal appearance, like Marlene.
I'm ready. I said I'm ready. Come get me. I'm right here.
Hmm.
Aerith!
Hmm. Chat, we'll talk.
Found you.
We'll talk about all of this after the fight. Okay, this is great. Tifa! I guess you did. Here we go.
Let's go.
Ice, baby. Okay, well, we are holding the wrong materia, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Well, might as well.
I'll show you what I can do.
I know you will, Era. I know you will.
This one's for you. One more shot.
First things first, let's do an arcane ward.
Needs more magic.
And now let's hit him with a Blizzara.
Buckle up.
Ow, you jerk.
Take it from here.
Here goes.
Sweeping gaze. Tifa, do it. Okay. Does she have Blizzard? She does not. So let's move over to Aerith real quick.
Now for chance. My turn. It's your turn now.
Leave it to me.
And I do believe we can use regen on this guy as well. No, we can't. We can only use it on the ghost earlier. Can't hit the wheels. Can't hit the wheels. You know better than that. A little star shower.
Watch yourself. I'll take care of them.
I think it's only at the beginning. Maybe during a cutscene, but I missed that.
One more shot.
Not yet.
I'm waiting.
Ooh! Dang, Aerith.
Let's get to you. Can do it.
Taking over.
So yeah, Bahamut. I really need a Shiva, but I don't think I have Shiva with me. That's okay. That's okay.
Let me handle
What does she have? Ifrit? Yeah, that's not it. Dang it. Dadgummit.
it. I'm coming.
Let's do a little Curie Cure.
Tagging out.
Yeah, this song is a little lackluster compared to what we experienced earlier. Oh! Freaking Eligor.
Steady. I'm waiting.
Oh no. With anxiety, that'd be good. Oh my gosh. Oh no, he put reflect.
Go on. Yeah. Take the.
Okay, so
I'll show
this
you what I
part
can do.
is kind of a pain, but that's okay. You can't cast it on yourself. Okay. Yeesh. Once that reflect goes away, I'm going to hit him with arrow. Aurora.
You'll be blown away. You can do it.
Piercing gaze. So chat, let me tell you a little bit about Eligor during this battle. Eligor is described in a compendium of kind of occultic knowledge, almost like a bestiary of demons, called the Lesser Key of Solomon. And
I'll do what I can.
this compendium has about
Still doing okay,
72
right?
demons in it that are described.
Get him.
Oh crap! Oh, I did not mean to do that.
Do your thing.
And of these 72 demons, Eligor is, I think, number 13 or 14, 13 or something. But it describes Eligor as a Grand Duke of Hell. And as a Grand Duke of Hell, he is...
It's on you. Come on. You can do it.
he has certain responsibilities.
Just taking a little break.
No more naps, everybody.
Watch yourself. I should probably heal up first.
Yeah, you should probably heal up. Let Bahamut do some work. We're just gonna chill over here for a second and let our HP or ATB get up. And let's go ahead and just Curaga ourselves.
You're still doing okay, right?
I hope so. Well, we were too far away. We were too far away. Okay, well, let's try.
This one's for you.
Oh no, he's got reflect on. That's why.
All set. It's on you. I'll do what I can.
All right, let's. Crap. There we go.
Let's dance, asshole.
Come to me, Bahamut. Oh no, no, no! What a waste.
I got this.
What a waste. We've all got reflect on us. That is super annoying, isn't it?
Watch yourself. We've got to get through this.
Oh boy, bad things are happening. Bad things are happening. Let's just chakra. Oh, and he's dead. And Cloud's unconscious, but Mega Flare's happening, so that's fun. I think it did. I think you're right, Fastest. I'll tell you more about Eligor in a second. Okay, let's raise Cloud. That'd be a great idea, I
Shake
think.
it off, okay? Here goes.
We're trying to shake it off. Like Taylor Swift told us.
I'm just so
Oh my goodness.
Keep it together.
Oh no! Freaking wheels. Okay. Wait a second. And now go. Crap, Tifa. Come on, girl.
That's it. I'll put you on ice.
Hide behind this. Hide behind this, Aerith.
It's your turn.
Taking over.
No, don't be terrible, Cloud.
Get him.
You're done.
Stay back.
Just guard. Just guard for a second, Cloud.
Deal with that.
Let me handle it. Stay back.
Ah!
Stay back.
You're up. Here goes. One more shot.
Hide. Oh, hide again. Okay, everybody, listen. Listen. Just listen.
Okay. Bring it on.
Cloud, you are gonna have to chill, man.
Why don't you lead the way?
All the time.
That's it.
Bring it.
A little bit more and we're gonna pray. We're gonna pray, everybody. Abilities and pray. That'll be good. That'll be good. I'm not reading the chat right now. If you don't believe, you gotta believe, like Parappa the Rapper says. Can I reach him? I don't think I can reach him. I better not even try, really. Let's just hold on for a second. Hold on. Okay, come closer. Holy smokes, okay. Aerith, where are you, girl? Where are you? Gotta hide again, better than that. Oh, Aerith, you're killing me. Okay, we staggered him. Oh my gosh, everybody. In. Everybody go get him. Cloud, you're gonna have to wake up, bud. You're gonna have to wake up. You're killing me.
Give him hell, okay?
I'll do what I can.
Limit break him. Come on, Cloud.
Still doing okay, right?
Let's switch it up.
We're trying to switch it up. We're trying to do anything against this guy. Okay, that did a little bit of work on him, didn't it? You're killing me, Cloud. Stop sleeping.
You're up. We've got to get through this.
Yeah, we do, Aerith. We do. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Cloud. Winds of Gehenna. Everybody, Gehenna, by the way, is a Gehenna is a place. It's a kind of cursed valley outside of Jerusalem, where it was said that spirits lie in limbo outside of Jerusalem. Gehenna is also a word that is used to designate Hades or hell in the New Testament, and kind of in some of those Jewish and Christian circles. So those things are kind of interesting. I love that they call it the winds of Gehenna. Okay, let's continue with this nonsense.
Sorry, but you handle it.
Cloud's unconscious!
Do something.
Not for long.
Watch yourself.
Come on, you can do it.
Good to go.
Okay, let's blast him with Blizzard.
Just taking a little break.
Aerith, no!
It's on you.
Tifa, it is all on you. Bring her back.
It's on you.
I got this.
Kept you waiting?
Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Just running in circles with my pal Eligor.
Keep it together.
Let me handle it.
Oh, I know, girl.
Show you what I can do.
This guy looks at you and like suddenly you go to sleep. Okay, can we... I'd like to know what the wheels are allergic to. Why do I keep saying allergic? I'm sorry, chat. We're just gonna put regen on Tifa because Tifa is like a real mess right now.
I'll take over.
Lend me
Aerith!
strength.
Aerith!
My turn.
When this guy starts getting like really riled up. Woo! Tifa! No Tifa! Okay, first things first. Arise to Tifa. And then, Aerith, it's limit break time. No, it's not. No, it's not. Now it is. There she goes!
Let anyone hurt you.
This might be it.
Thank you for not letting anyone hurt us, Aerith. Now if we can just knock this guy out. I am out of magic, everybody. I'm out of magic. So it's time to soul drain. Let's soul drain Eligor.
Can you handle them?
I am not afraid of you anymore. You hear that? I'm not afraid of you anymore. Do you know that movie, chat?
Don't overdo it.
I got this.
We're gonna waste our opportunity. Not Aerith.
Stay right there. Deal with that.
Let me handle it.
How did she fall unconscious? I thought that we were immune.
Yourself. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
Nothing personal.
It's from Home Alone. I'm not afraid anymore. That's exactly right. Thank you, YouTube. Came through for us. Does he have a soul to drain? That is the question. I don't know if he does or not, but Winds of Gehenna, no sir.
Stay back.
All the apartment cleaning is done. That's fair.
I'll show you what I can do.
Still gaining HP, yeah. He is gaining HP. What? Because we used regen on ourselves
I'm feeling
and we had reflect on us. That's the problem. He's just gaining HP at this point. That is just great. We are gonna die and it's gonna be terrible.
Get him! You're still doing okay, right?
Aerith, get up. Oh my gosh, stop being like that.
Keep it together.
Okay, let's go.
Be careful.
He's back to full health, everybody. Back to full freaking health. We're doing great. We're doing just so great right now. So great.
Stay back.
Ah. Okay.
Take the lead.
I'm coming.
Listen, we're trying over here.
Going out.
If you can pull it off, you beat him twice. That's true, isn't it?
Tagging out.
I got this.
Yeah, it is. Tagging out. Do they know about my skill level? Well,
Don't overdo it.
they're finding out now, aren't they? Okay, if he'll stop for a second. Don't do it! Ooh! Dolphins. Let's go, Dolphins. Let's take down that right wheel. Shall we? Except it's immune. Except it's freaking immune. Of course it is.
I'll take care of them.
If he would slow down. He's ticking me off. Okay, let's soul drain Eligor again.
Do it.
Now you're ready for it.
Okay. You need to chill.
Let's dance,
Okay, he doesn't have regen anymore. Okay, well, we took out almost a 10th of his stuff. This guy sucks. More winds of Gehenna. We love it. All right. Cure fire. We're running out of options, everybody. But right wheel looks like it's almost broken, so if I could land a single freaking hit. This is insanity. This fight is my personal Gehenna.
It's on you.
It for real is. Come on, hit that wheel. Dodge it. It's immune again. Dodge it. Oh, we're just chasing him at this point. We're just chasing this demon. Ah! Ah! Okay. Can we burn the wheel? I mean, we're just gonna try everything. Okay, the right wheel hates magic. We cripple it!
Can you handle them?
Let's freaking go. Okay, where are you? Not so tough without your wheel! Oh, you jerk. You freaking jerk. Come here.
Gotta get through this.
I don't know how we're gonna get through it, okay? Like, I really don't know. But we're gonna...
Little break. Oh, let's go.
Come on, Tifa! Come on, Tifa! Dodge. Better than that, girl. Yeah, this is not my favorite fight. I'm gonna tell you right now. I love this boss battle, or like the boss. I hate this boss battle.
I'll show you what I can do.
Will you?
Can you take over for me? Gotta heal first.
Coming for you, Eligor. I am running to you, Eligor.
That's it.
If you'll stop. There we go. Okay, you can try to javelin bolt me. I don't even care. Nothing personal. It's very personal right now. It is hard mode. And I've made it harder by doing terrible things as well, so.
Don't overdo it.
I got this.
Girl, like, it's the only thing that we do in this chat. We overdo it. Time and time again.
I gotta switch it out. I'm coming. You can do it. No big deal.
Okay, get in there. Get in there, everybody. I love that Tifa is just chasing this demon down. Like, go, girl. Don't be afraid. Just go. Okay, here we go. And now he's going to try to get us. And I'm going to punch his wheel. And now we're back to the races, everybody.
Just go away.
I could try to cut it off since it's running in a circle. You're right, but then he's going to hit me. See, that's problematic.
I'll show you what I can do.
Okay, now we're going to dodge again. That wasn't a
Can you
good
take over
dodge.
for me? Give me your best shot.
You freaking jerk. You freaking jerk is all I've got to say. So now we're gonna raise freaking Cloud and we're out of stuff. Yikes, that hurt. How about some soul drain?
You're still doing okay, right?
Are we? I don't think we ever were doing okay, actually. Cloud. Oh no!
Now you're in for it.
Oh yeah, he says to me. Now you're in for it. Cloud's the only one with magic, with MP.
Still up for it?
Not done yet.
Good lord. This is a freaking train wreck, which makes sense.
Let's go. Watch yourself.
Great.
Okay. While he's over there doing that,
Let's stay after you.
All set.
let me run around. Run, run, run. Get some mana, or MP rather. And we're back to back to the carousel of death. Okay, let's bring Aerith back.
It's on you.
And Cloud, don't get in his line of...
Do something.
Ah! Tifa! Tifa!
Gonna pull back.
I'll show you what I can do.
Can't... Will you, Aerith? Oh my gosh, please don't show me what you can do again.
Don't give up.
It might be. Get out of the way! And it's just Cloud! Why don't you go run in a circle again?
Gotta be careful.
I know we gotta be too careful. This is awful. Who has more? I guess Tifa. Rip girlfriends. Oh no! Tifa! Tifa! Oh no, we're silenced. Oh, we're so screwed. We're so screwed! No, you don't! No, you don't! Ugh! No, back up, Tifa. Back up! Okay, run in circles. This freaking fight, man. This freaking fight! You're on the edge of your seat. Well, we're, like, this is the worst thing that's ever happened. Woo! You thought, okay, we can almost, oh no, 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 no! Ah! Can I do anything here? Oh my god, I'm screwed. Oh my gosh, you guys! You guys! You guys! Shake it off. Okay, let's heal Cloud because he's got the most. Oh, Tifa! Tifa!
I'm sorry.
This is awful. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, now. This is the freaking worst. This is the freaking worst thing ever.
I won't give up.
You might want to, though.
Let's switch it up.
Let me handle this.
Okay, when he stops, we dolphin flurry him. No, don't hit Cloud. Or any of us. Okay.
You're up.
Of all the times.
Get him! No, Tifa. Don't let him do it. Okay, Aerith. Oh god, Cloud's about to die again. I actually... okay.
Let's try that again.
Ah! Crap!
Do something.
And she does not have enough. Oh crap, this could be it, y'all. Dang it! How did that hit me?
I'm not going out like this.
You might though. You might have to. Oh god, that freaking swing again. That freaking swing. I'm so mad. You've been here 15 minutes and you've seen 3 already. Not to worry, you haven't missed anything except me running in circles for 30 minutes, so. How about... is there anything we can do here that would be helpful to us? Maybe just a star shower. I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Did we stagger him? Or are we going to die now? How is this happening? Wait. I need 7 for that. But I might as well cure myself, right? Cure and star shower. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Tifa. Come on, Tifa. Again. Again. Come on, Tifa. Oh! Dodge better. Dodge better. Okay, we're gonna swing again? No, we're gonna do this awful thing again. Let's do unbridled strength. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! Whoa! Ah! This is the freaking worst. This is so freaking bad. I'm not gonna give up, chat. Do I have True Strike? No. Oh yes, I do have True Strike. Increase stamina. Oh my gosh, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. If I can just get close enough. Oh!
I'm not going out like this.
You might. Again. We're not even staggering him right now. This is a brutal fight. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And now he's gonna run after me again. It's okay. Now he's gonna hit me here. Woo! And now I'm gonna, oh, dodge. Gotta be brave. Be brave again. Brave again. So brave. Oh, does it really? Okay, noted. Then I back up. He stopped running in circles, so that's a plus. That's helpful. Oh no. Oh, don't run that way. Don't run that way. Oh, don't run that way either. Oh! Okay, let's see what we can do here. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Good to go.
Dodge! Dodge!
Mind taking.
Oh my gosh!
Gotta give it, don't overdo it.
I'll take over.
Back it up, Tifa. Back it up, Tifa.
We gotta switch it out.
Back it up, everybody. Everybody, actually. Tifa, get up. I told you to get back. I told you to get back. Tifa. Tifa. Aerith, you're up.
You okay?
I don't know if she's I don't know if she's gonna be okay. Okay, just. Okay, back. And then, oh, good. Then we hit, and back up. And then we're gonna bring her back to life.
Be careful.
Dodge, dodge, dodge!
It's on you.
Aerith, it's your turn.
Here goes.
You have nothing. How about a Sorceress Storm? I don't know. We're running all out of options. Javelin bolts. Everybody get back. Everybody get back. Y'all better not get hit over there. I can't control you, but you better not get hit. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We can do this. Like, we can do this.
Take the lead.
All set.
Come on, Tifa.
That's it. Good luck. So it's my turn?
It is your turn, Aerith. Don't let them die. Do not let them die. We're all together. Cure
It's your
us.
turn.
Need to heal up.
Just a little.
I'm getting real mad. I'm getting real mad. No. Come on, kill this demon. Kill him. Come on. No more of this bullcrap. Let's go.
Cherubim,
I am so mad.
try using it. You can do it.
Oh my gosh. That's right. Yes, he can. By the skin of it.
Let's go.
Right.
Right.
I'm so mad. First try. Oh wait, watch. This is important.
It's that ghost.
What did you just watch? The worst thing in the world is what you just watched. Oh. I do need.
So long.
I need something. So they've been able to return to the live stream. What a cool thing. And with that, our haunting is over, so I can bring color back to my face. Ah, how nice. Oh man, that was exhausting, you guys. It was glorious. What did we watch? Question, chat, how many of you doubted that? How many of you doubted that? How many of you had zero faith in the professor? That's why we call him Professional Noctis. He's gonna output this into 420p, but you know what? Or 720p, 480p, whatever. Listen, I'm going to be honest, Chad. I doubted myself. But the few of you that did believe in me, thank you. Thank you for that. You're a real one. So you had 95% faith. Hey, that's more faith than I had. I did a lot. You were losing it for a minute there. Yeah, the moment I thought I was going to lose it was when it was just Tifa for like 5 minutes. And she had like 100 HP. But oh my gosh, that was like the worst thing in the world. Oh my gosh, you guys, you did miss the epic battle. But if you watch it in the VOD, it takes like 35 minutes. It's the longest freaking fight. Hard mode ain't no joke. Honestly, every character stepped up. I mean, Aerith's planet protection, Tifa just being a baller, and then Cloud having the MP of a champ over here, right? That's amazing. Yeah, it took one try, but it was a long try, everybody. It was a long try. Good Lord, that was nuts. Is this the way out? Yeah. I was about to put some coffee on to be here all night. Listen, you come here not for the gameplay. You come here for the vibes, and you come here for the vibes. You come here for the chats. You definitely don't come here for the skill. Oh my gosh. Let's get out of this train graveyard. And everybody, once we cross this, it's the end of the chapter. Justin, it's not the time to talk about difficulty. Okay, everybody. Unfortunately, that is the end of chapter 11, which means Tuesday is a major stream, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about what we just experienced. So tonight, so far, we've talked about theologies and theories, philosophies of life and death. We have talked about the being haunted by the fear of death, but also and ghosts. We've also talked about haunted by memories that are manipulated in a way that causes us to question and self-doubt and fear and all that kind of stuff. So we talked about all of these things. I explained this in my video, but I want to explain it here as well. Has anybody not seen my video, by the way? Anybody not seen you're waiting to watch it for whatever reason? Because I think that I do a better job of talking about it in the video, but yeah, you may. Actually, for some of you, you may be just watching and joining on Twitch, or you may just see that I was live streamers or something. Would you be interested in watching it together? Like, I don't mind doing that. Would you be interested in watching it together? And I can kind of like maybe even talk through it a little bit. I mean, that's how we could end tonight, just because I think that it may be helpful to do that. You're down if I am? I could be on. Well, why don't we watch it? And everybody, like, just as a favor to me, I am showing it to you on this stream. And if you're watching in the VOD or whatever, then please go and click on it, so that I can get those views and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know how it is on the back end, right? It just helps my algorithm if you go and you like and all that kind of stuff. So let's watch it together, because I really do think that it might be cool to watch it together. And then if you've got questions in the chat, then I can have that conversation with you. Okay, so let me pull it up for us real quick and just chat amongst yourselves. Yeah. All right, see you, music. If you are leaving for the night, everybody, thanks for being in here. But yeah, right on. So glad that you were here. So let me pull this up for us real quick, and we will do that. I'm going to minimize my face, and we're going to put on the video. All right. I am real sure that I was really sure that we were not gonna make it. Oh, thank you. Somebody followed or subscribed. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Okay, let me pull up this video real quick. We'll watch it. Yeah, a few of you haven't seen it quite yet. So, yeah, it's like Inception. We're watching a video in a video. Madness, right? Okay, there's that. And there's that. And there's that. Cool, that should do it. Okay, this should pop up in just a second. Sorry, everybody, that was not it. There we go. So now we're gonna press this, interact, boom. First, an ad, because I even get them on my screen. Okay, here we go. So everybody, this is the video that I put out about this. It does have some spoilers for the original game as well as for parts of the end of remake. So if you don't mind watching those, awesome. But if you do, then you may want to watch this after the fact. But I think it will give some context. And if you're just here for the vibes and don't care about spoilers, then you are aces. Okay. So it is 18 minutes long. Let's just go with it. Okay. Let's do.
With the defeat of the Whispers, the planet is in grave danger. Genova's power grows, and the cogs of Sephiroth's plan begin to turn more rapidly. The Lifestream's foreknowledge, providence, and governance are called into question, blurring the lines between destiny and choice, confusing fact from fiction, and even corrupting the natural cycle of the planet itself. Yet this leads to another growing mystery. A mystery that reflects real-world questions about life and death. Of who survives and who perishes, of who is saved and who isn't. While these answers continue to elude us, I believe we might be able to find some clues in one particular chapter of Remake. An overlooked sequence that culminates in a foe that may be the biggest clue we have to understanding Sephiroth's endgame. Welcome back to our Final Fantasy VII lecture series.
Hype opening, right? I was a little proud of that opening.
So what's happening in the train graveyard? Why include any of this seemingly filler content? Does it really matter? To better understand, let's pause for a minute and think about Final Fantasy VII's understanding of life and death.
Some theology.
What happens after death? Is there anything at all? Will we know our earthly lives are done? And does anyone truly know what happens? Is interaction even possible between this realm and the next, if anything does indeed exist? Well, every real-world culture, whether humanist, spiritual, or religious, has grappled with this question, because death is the inevitable outcome of life, and it affects all living things. Every culture comes up with some different idea to ease the pain of grief, to make sense of this inevitability, because it is the eventual outcome of everything that lives. It's all part of the circle of life, the cycle of souls. Since releasing in 1997, the world of Final Fantasy VII has considered this same question. Famously, Hironobu Sakaguchi once said that VII was his way of exploring and even coping with his emotions following the death of his mother, as he wrestled with many of these same questions. In an interview regarding VII, he said, "Ever since my mother passed away, which was when we were creating Final Fantasy III, I've been thinking about the theme of life. Life dwells in many things, and I was curious what would happen if I attempted to analyze life in a mathematical and logical way." As a result, Sakaguchi and his team created a story that focuses on a continual cycle of souls called the life stream.
That's the title of the
In my last
song.
lecture, I focused on the memory aspect of the life stream, but the life stream isn't just memories. It's composed of the life forms themselves. In the original game, Bugenhagen explains it. He says, "The body decomposes and returns to the planet. That much everyone knows. But what about their consciousness, their hearts, and their souls? The soul, too, returns to the planet. And not only those of humans, but everything on this planet. In fact, all living things in the universe are the same. The spirits that return to the planet merge with one another and roam the planet. They roam, converge, and divide, becoming a swell called the life stream." Life stream. In other words, a path of energy of the souls roaming the planet. A new life. Children are blessed with the spirit energy and are brought into the world. Then, the time comes when they die, and once again return to the planet. Of course, there are exceptions, but this is the way of the world.
So
This fictional cycle hybridizes several real-world understandings of death and the afterlife by focusing on one commonality that transcends their differences: the concept of rebirth. The vast majority of human beliefs around death contemplate this big question: what happens after death? And each, in their own way, comes to some conclusion of reversing that power of death through rebirth. Be it physical, like the reincarnation of Hinduism and Buddhism, spiritual in the form of an afterlife like in Christianity or Islam, or symbolic through a soul's enduring memory carried in others, a living legacy, as it were. Theologies of the afterlife offer real-world comfort to the living who grieve lost loved ones in addition to their own mortality, and Final Fantasy VII's world is no different. Characters regularly find peace in the idea that their loved ones have returned to the planet. Like their real-world counterparts, they put their hope in this cycle of souls, both for their loved ones and inevitably for themselves. Now, typically, this is an unseen occurrence in both real life and in Remake, but there are several times in Remake when this veil between life and death is pulled back, and understanding that may be the key to understanding the biggest mysteries in Remake. And once again, it points us to Aerith.
Let me stop there for just a second, chat, so that before we get into this next part. So there, first of all, do you have any questions about that sort of stuff? Because this is kind of like a live sort of Q&A about this particular lecture. I tried to go over some basic theologies of life and death and the cycle, and I'm trying to frame it in this idea of a rebirth. That rebirth is the central piece in most ideologies about life and death. And so that was really important for me to kind of lay out, because the life stream is the in-game theology of what happens after death, of life, death, and then this rebirth as a new thing. And I think Bugenhagen, that's one of the reasons why I'm most, that's one of the events that I'm most excited for in Rebirth, for Bugenhagen to explain all of this stuff. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, so there's the first part. It kind of sets the groundwork for this, and we can keep going now if there's no further comments or questions. All right, let's go. We're going to talk about Aerith, because all roads do point to Aerith. That's right, Roxy.
She told me strange stories, like how she and her mother had escaped from some sort of facility, and how she wasn't sad because her mother had just returned to their planet.
Their planet, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't understand any of it at the time. When I asked if she meant one in the sky, she said no, this one, right here. I mean, what can you say to that?
What I ordered versus what I got.
Even I have ads on my own channel. That's amazing.
Alternative.
Okay, let's go.
There's an old Celtic understanding of sacred locations called thin places that exist in between the extremes of reality. Spaces that are said to physically connect life and death. These places are where the veil between the worlds of the living and those who have passed on seems to be especially drawn back to expose the nearness of each to the other. Thin places allow a person to experience the echo or the whisper of the divine even while they are yet alive, and many tend to become the location of famous monuments, shrines, or temples in the real world. As we discussed in the last lecture, as an ancient, Aerith hears the planet's voice, will, and movement. Yet the voice of the planet is not always clear. It appears to be stronger in specific places, thinner spaces. Places like her flower garden or the church, and eventually in a temple and at an altar. But about halfway through the events of Remake, the party explores an especially peculiar thin place, a train graveyard. And in this often overlooked chapter, the party makes their way through a labyrinthine junkyard while being pursued or guided by ghosts. These ghosts are spirits of children, said to be wandering or captured. But these ghosts are not ordinary spirits. Aerith hears them, but she also recognizes them. And in this shocking scene, Aerith is haunted by their voices, remembering them from her childhood. A childhood marked by loneliness. These were her friends.
Are you ready?
Even as a child, she could hear the voices of the dead.
Well, are ya? I'm ready.
These children would attempt to play with Aerith, and she would cherish their company. But there appear to be limits.
Found you. No way.
Aerith could play with them,
We found
but they, having already passed on, couldn't fully play with her, as shown by her tangible, non-ethereal appearance.
I'm ready.
The distance between their realms was too great.
I'm ready.
She's the last Cetra, able to hear all the lives and memories within the live stream, but powerless to engage them fully.
I said I'm ready. Come get me.
It's heartbreaking, and it's haunting, because as powerful as Aerith is,
I'm right here.
she's still vulnerable to this, loneliness. Aerith's story is a mirror for anyone who's ever felt like this world wasn't for them, like they didn't fit in, that even though they had great ability, talent, they were misunderstood. In the train graveyard, she's whisked away and reminded of this, and it makes her feel lost and alone all over again.
Aerith!
which makes it all the more meaningful when Tifa and Cloud, her new friends, find her.
Hey, we found you.
I guess you did.
Then that part.
But when they find her, they discover
Powerful.
the reason for the ghosts. Eligor. And who or what is Eligor?
And how
why does
long?
it even matter?
How long is that fight?
In the Babylonian Talmud, a text of Jewish ceremonial and civil law, there's an occasional curiosity with the existence of demons, including this phrase from Rav Huna.
Hey, listen, that was actually something that I don't know if you noticed this. I'm actually going to back it up because this is one of those behind the scenes things that I don't know how I could have included it in the video, but I just think it's cool. In that transition from Aerith's childhood to this version or this song next, I think it is the Train Graveyard. I want you to listen to the tune, okay? Let's listen.
Or what is Eligor, and why does
So
it
still
even matter?
Aerith's theme.
In the Babylonian Talmud, a text
Did you hear
of
that?
Jewish ceremonial
So it begins with a haunting, hollow version of dun dun dun, like it's Aerith's theme. The exact same notes, just in this very melancholy, spooky instrumentation. Have you ever noticed that? Aerith's theme in Ghost music, basically. So interesting little thing. I noticed that just through editing, and I was like, let's sync up those things. Okay, let's keep watching.
ceremonial and civil law, there's an occasional curiosity with the existence of demons, including this phrase from Rav Huna. Each and every one of us has 1,000 demons to his left and 10,000 to his right. These legions of demons are organized under governing leaders, 72 of which are described in an anthological work called The Lesser Key of Solomon.
There are different versions of the Talmud, and while there are some differences, it's just kind of an expansion, evolution of sorts. So there is going to be overlap, but this is written for a different time. You can Google some of this information. It's going to be recapped in a really easy to digest sort of way. So yeah, good question, Greg.
Solomon, a medieval compendium of demons that combines 5 earlier texts allegedly derived from the hidden knowledge of King Solomon himself from the Hebrew Bible. The work is meant to offer guidance in how to conjure and control those demons, invoking their powers to do the conjurer's bidding. As you can imagine, this is a particularly popular work in witchcraft and occultic circles. Each demon has a specific focus, from romance to thievery and even ethics. The list of demons in this work is often consulted for works of fiction and media, and in that respect, it's a cheat sheet for understanding any ghastly or demonic beings found in the Final Fantasy series. But for our interests here, one demon stands out: Eligor. When the Lesser Key of Solomon, we learn what Eligor is. He's a Grand Duke of Hell, appearing in the form of a knight, carrying a lance, an ensign, and a serpent. We also learn that he discovers hidden things and knows things to come. He has a knowledge of wars and how soldiers will or shall meet, particularly on battlefields. Now, physically, this description is really close to Eligor's depiction in VII Remake, and even his abilities align with it. Several of Eligor's attacks reference his vision and sight ability, and one ability, the Winds of Gehenna,
Oh boy, we
is
know
a
that one.
callback to a specific valley outside of Jerusalem referred to as a God-forsaken place, and a common word used for hell. Beyond these clear illusions, though, Eligor serves to prevent the soul, spirit, and memories of children from returning to the life stream properly.
The kids that the Black Wind carries away have to live in the train graveyard forever and ever.
So when Aerith, Cloud, and Tifa defeat Eligor, the natural cycle of life and death is restored, and these wandering souls return to the life stream. Now, this may have been a fine side quest, but why does any of this matter? Why include this in the story of Final Fantasy VII Remake?
That's fair, Hovind.
Why flesh this sequence out when it was so brief in the original telling of the story back in 1997? While many critique this chapter, calling it unnecessary padding, I would argue that it is completely appropriate for telling the themes of the overall game. As we've stated already, Final Fantasy VII is a story about life and death, grief and mourning, and finding hope and acceptance in the cycle of souls. And here, by disrupting this flow, not only is Eligor capturing the souls of children, but he's threatening the central system of hope for the world. What's at stake is the belief that there's something after death, something to help people live with hope and die with confidence, just like in the real-world ideologies and theologies that it emulates. These aren't vain wishes, they are lenses that help people live and die well, living and dying on their own terms. But this scene is also a moment of foreshadowing. Do you remember what Marlene said about the train graveyard?
We don't either, because we're going to ads. So
I know this is hard to hear, but it's important.
yeah. So yeah, Greg. Not a lot of people are going to talk about the Lesser Key of Solomon in this. But yeah, that's where we kind of understand what Eligor is. But this is where chat. This is where things kind of get a little bit more intense in this video. Remember what I talked about with the music syncing with some of these images? This is that part. So let's watch together.
And the kids that the Black Wind carries away have to live in the train graveyard forever and ever. So you have to stay far, far away from there.
What if she's foreshadowing another Black Wind? The whirl of whispers that surrounds Midgar at the end of Remake. What if there are souls caught up in the middle of that Black Wind, and they are trapped to stay there forever and ever without returning to the planet? But instead of Eligor, this time it's Sephiroth himself who's keeping them from returning. If so, it's possible that after the Whisper's defeat, every person who died or ever will die would now exist in some omnitemporal stasis within a life stream whose regular flow is now stagnant, where people are neither alive nor dead, but something more in between, unable to pass on. And by halting the natural cycle of life, the dead would no longer return to the life stream, leaving it vacant, empty, and powerless. And the souls themselves would no longer be subject to the planet's providence, but Sephiroth's will. Perhaps this is why Sephiroth would call Meteor, so that all life would die, and instead of having every person return to the planet, all spirit energy would simply absorb into himself. Similar to what he said in the original game at the Temple of the Ancients. Once the planet is hurt, it gathers spirit energy to heal the injury. What would happen if there was an injury that threatened the very life of the planet? Think how much energy would be gathered, and at the center of that injury will be me. All that boundless energy will be mine. By merging with all the energy of the planet, I will become
Here we go.
a new life form, a new existence. Melding with the planet, I will cease to exist as I am now, only to be reborn as a god, to rule over every soul. Imagine, every living thing on the planet, past, present, and future, all their strengths, all their memories, inherited solely by Sephiroth. He would take the role of the planet, becoming a replacement for it altogether, a life stream reborn within himself, the centerpiece of all existence, omniscient, omnipotent, omnitemporal. And it all begins by creating a thin place through an injury so great to the planet that the veil of life and death itself is pulled back. The death of the world through Meteor is but a prelude to Sephiroth's rebirth as a new god.
Thank you.
Sadistic and terrifying, the events in the train graveyard and the revival of the dead at the end of Remake amplify the original game's themes of life and death by actively subverting their cycle. It begs the question, is there truly comfort in theologies about death, even as it contemplates the different ways people respond to death? Some would run from it, while others might end up embracing it as a gateway to release from the pain of life, or even a potential reunion with lost loved ones. For instance, if people in Rebirth realize there is a possibility where time and existence are paused, might they sacrifice themselves to reunite with lost loved ones? Think of characters like Leslie, or Dine, or even Elmira. They might make that choice if it meant reuniting with their lost loved ones. And then we don't...
Let me stop there for a second. So, chat, that's something that is just sheer speculation, right? And so it is this idea, if they become aware that there is another existence beyond their current existence, those that are in great grief, it would be a really interesting kind of side quest sort of thing to see people that are trying to sort out their grief by, shall we possibly cross over? Can we cross over to visit those loved ones, right? I think that that's a really interesting concept. It's kind of heartbreaking, right? And so, and the thing that really gets me, and we're not quite there yet in our playthrough, but chapter 14 with Leslie and his lost loved one, if she is gone, we don't really know, right? That would be a really interesting arc. And the thing that kind of got me thinking about it was back in the OG days, just playing that game, when Dine wants to take his life and his daughter's life to go and meet his wife, right, who has already passed on. Says we're going to go and meet her, and I think that could be expanded in this kind of theory of theology. If there is a stasis and they become aware of it, can we cross over to that thin place to experience life with those we have lost? Again, that's kind of dark, but I think it would be really interesting. Okay, we'll finish up.
Know yet how these two realities will interact. Will they cross over at all? And if so, will they appear normally? Or will those caught in stasis appear as specters or whispers? And if that's true...
Okay, let me stop there for a second, because this is actually a question that I get a lot in the comments, and so that's why I like having this face-to-face, well, face-to-screen sort of thing. I kind of propose, like, if there are these others that are in this stasis, I'm not going to necessarily call it afterlife, because I don't think that they're necessarily dead, but I think that they're halted, kept from returning to the planet. Now, that could be totally wrong, but if that's the case, and Eligor is a sense of foreshadowing, I think it would be really interesting if, and this is spoilers for chapter 18, when you are facing off against these kind of whisper, leaders, I guess, harbingers, if you click on the assess materia and look at their info, their bio, I think it's really interesting to that they say that these are life forms in another timeline, another existence, right, that are fighting for their own survival. And so if there is a stasis or a life stream that feels as though it is in some ways being threatened, right, if they feel threatened in this, then what are they fighting? Like, they're fighting for their own existence. So, like, we immediately think of those in Advent Children, which is the sequel movie. We think of characters that are in the future and stuff that are fighting for their existence, fighting the party members to not change fate, right? But what if in Rebirth, those that have allegedly died, right, are reawoken or reborn in this kind of stasis, and they become aware of it? And so the question would be, if Cloud and Aerith and others encounter whispers in Rebirth, they're going to have less power than they did in Remake. And is it possible that that Zach and others may appear as whispers to the party because they are in this kind of stasis? Now, I think that's a crazy theory. I personally do. But we have seen specific scenes in Rebirth trailers where there are whispers whirling around. We know that they exist in Rebirth. But what if they are powerless? A, they can't guard fate anymore. What if, number two, they are somehow trying to usher and lead Cloud, Aerith, and others, and to help as much as they can from there, because they are consistently gathering in thin places where Aerith and maybe even Cloud can hear them. There's one trailer where Cloud says, presumably to Zach, "You were here. 5 years ago, you were with me. Where are you? What happened?" And how interesting would it be if Cloud had that conversation with Zach as a whisper, but he's recognizing, like, this is the life form of Zach, right? And what happened to him? What happened to you? Why are you in this form, right? And so that's kind of a bewildering sort of statement. I wonder if that's what's being said in that particular trailer. Which trailer is that? You know what? I'm going to pull it up for us while we finish this real quick. And it's a short trailer, but it's the very first trailer of the it's the announcement trailer. So give me 1 second. I'm going to pull it up really quick. For us, and we'll watch that immediately after this. So let's finish this for another minute, and then I'm going to show you this. But it is a teaser, but that's where that comes from. Actually, let's finish this, and then we're going to watch the other. Okay? Yeah, let's do that. This is real time here. Okay.
Is it possible that Zack could be watching helplessly at that climactic moment in Rebirth, but helpless as a whisper? Regardless of these speculations,
another big idea.
This narrative decision allows a possibility to clarify lingering questions from the original game. For example, if all of this is true, then in future installments, we might see and experience the final battle against Sephiroth on two fronts. In the real world with the main party, but also with those captive spirit memories of the planet. And in Part 3, we might just find out how Aerith worked in the afterlife to unleash a final defensive attack against Meteor to thwart Sephiroth once and for all from the stagnant life stream itself. But that speculation is a conversation for our final video. So what's your take on the
last video,
life,
best video,
death,
baby,
and rebirth in Remake? How does the lens of thin places and the train graveyard change the way that you see the story being told in this game? Sound off in the comments and be sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please do that, by the way.
Content coming up between full lecture plays of Remake and our final Final Fantasy VII video lecture. Till next time, walk tall, my friends.
Boom. And then go click on the links and all that stuff. We've got that. Yeah, most theories out there, and listen, it probably is that, but this is the way that I've kind of reckoned with this. A lot of theories of parallel universes, Zack is alive and Stamp is different. The one thing that kind of made me think that it might be something within the life stream and not just like a different timeline, different world, maybe a different world, but like a different timeline sort of thing, is because in one of the Ultimanias, it talks of Palmer felt Palmer writes he's doodling in a meeting drawings of Stamp, and is it possible that a Terrier Stamp is one of those drawings that he originally did, right? Just in this meeting, and it was scrapped, right? But the life stream remembers. It's memories of all things and all things that exist, ever will exist. And so that's why there would be a Terrier in the memory of the life stream, because it was a maybe scrapped memory. It doesn't necessarily mean it's dead. It just means that it's stasis, right? A very, very different thing. I want to show this other trailer to you real quick, because this was maybe the reason why I said, what if those that have died, what if those that have passed on or are in stasis, I didn't copy it, my bad. What if they appear as a whisper? This trailer is the reason why I said that. Okay, so let me sorry, 1 second, really quick. That was not the correct one. There it is. Okay, now then, let me plug it in here. This is professional Noctis at work again, baby. But you know what? Like, that's okay. I wasn't planning on showing this one. So, okay, hang on. Not yet.
That's set in stone.
Not yet. Okay, so here we go. It's the end of this trailer. I want you to listen specifically for what Cloud says to Zack, and I want you to imagine if it is him talking to this kind of whisper Zack.
What we've done, that's set in stone. The past is forever. But the future, even if it has been written, can be changed. So focus on the future, not the past.
It could be.
wants to finish what he started. He wants to reclaim his birthright.
Reclaim.
Rule over the planet with Genova at his side. I saw you lying there. I figured it was too late.
Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter?
You were here with me
Here it is.
5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you?
Do you hear that? You were here with me 5 years ago. Where are you? What happened to you? Y'all, I'm not necessarily theory crafting, but if that is him talking to Zach and he's in a thin place and he's like, he's not supposed to remember who Zach is at this point in the story, right? Or at least for where we know it's going through Rebirth. So there's something that happens there. Now it's possible that he could be talking to Tifa. It could be that he's talking to somebody else. But I really do think it could be that he's talking to Zach, right? It really could be that he's talking to Zach. And if that's the case, that could be amazing. So where would that happen in the game? I think it's possible. There is a part in the Temple of the Ancients where you're going through and you find a little purple pool. And you go over to the pool and Aerith is looking into it. And she's able to hear, hey, thank you for the follow, Dark Cloud. And thank you for the bits. There's been a lot that happened during this, but thank you so much, everybody. Aerith is looking in there and she says, I see the forms of the Cetra, the ancients. And she's able to kind of communicate with them, but she's not able to really understand them. What if it's through this pool that they are able to maybe talk with Zach or talk with the ancients, the Cetra, or whoever else is in there at this point? I think it could be a really interesting illusion. I made this video about thin places because I think these thin places are going to be super, super duper interesting and important in Rebirth. Yeah. Yeah, chat. Do you have a weird feeling that Marlene could be half Cetra? Listen, anything's on the table at this point. I mean, we're not quite to the part that would make us think that yet in Remake, but yeah. Crazy, right? Insane theories. We'll finish this trailer just to finish it out.
I'm trying so hard to find you.
Now, that part is Aerith. She says that exact phrase in the gold saucer to Cloud. But it is interesting that they really highlight that phrase here. And it could be, if it's not spoken to Cloud, which it most likely is, she could be looking for Zach. She could be looking for a lot of things. But I really do think it is. I think that we will get a Cloud and Zach reunion, but there's going to be a veil, right? I think that's got to happen. But again, this is all theory, speculation at this point. We'll finish it out.
Sorry. Feel like I failed you.
Sorry, I feel like I failed you. And that could be Cloud speaking to Zach. It could be Cloud speaking to Aerith. There's a lot of things that it could be about, right? And I wonder, when is the first time that Cloud and Zach and Aerith are going to speak? Because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This is major spoilers, by the way, for the original game. And just for what we know in Remake. The final thing that I kind of said in my video about Sephiroth's endgame, and this is what I really want you to think about, is if you have these disparate existences, you've got the reality and you have the stasis of the planet. Sephiroth says this is the merging of worlds, right? This is the merging of worlds. When worlds, in the reunion of worlds. Why would Sephiroth call Meteor, right? And this is what I think. it's not to destroy the planet, but it is, like I said in the video, to create a wound for the planet so great that the planet cannot be cured. But why is it talking about worlds merging? Well, what happens if there's a stasis that Sephiroth has caused, perhaps by the elimination of the whispers or cutting that slice in the reality of chapter 18? If he has any control over that stasis and is able to absorb it, but those that are in this reality, like the party is, if they are able to kind of control their fate, then Sephiroth wants them all to enter into the other. So what is his goal? It is to kill and destroy everyone and everything so that they all will then fully exist in this other stasis and reality. And then he then is able to maybe returned fully to the live stream, but it's stasis, if that makes sense. They're not able to fully return. So, anyway, it'll be really interesting. Now, again, I like I said, I really try to avoid theory crafting, but I feel like this is like more in line because I've talked a little bit about, this is a lens to see this particular chapter and what are the implications. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of idea of it. We're all just riffing and Meteor, a second Genova of sorts. Yeah. Like the Phantom. Yeah. I mean, these are all great ideas. As far as the title of the third game, we don't know. I mean, before Crisis Core Reunion came out, I was ready to call it Reunion. Right? I think that would be perfect, but they're like, no. And so now, I don't know if you saw my tweet yesterday. I think it's going to be Reclaim. I do think it's going to be Reclaim. And my pal, MJ Gallagher, he found a trinket or an accessory that is in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer, or not trailer, like the gameplay demo that a lot of people have been playing or something like that. And one of the accessories is, or maybe a pre-order accessory, something is called the Reclamation Necklace. And he threw out Reclaim. And I like that because in the first one, Sephiroth is remaking the world. In the second one, presumably, the world is Sephiroth, or excuse me, Genova rebirths the world, or some that you are rebirthed into the world. So the rebirth is in there. But then what happens when the party's at their lowest point? They have to reclaim their world from Sephiroth, right? I think that's an interesting, it could be interesting, but it also could be complete BS. And that's where we are, everybody. This was fun, right? Like it's not every day that I get to like talk about the videos and kind of my behind the scenes stuff with it. So thank you for humoring me. I hope it was interesting for you. But with that, we're all just making stuff up. That's exactly right. We're all making stuff up. It's theories, but it's just speculation and fun. And that's what I want to tell people. I'm not sold to anything. This game could be a sequel to the original. I personally don't think it is. But if it is a sequel, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be, because like I love what they're doing. And what we do here in this stream, we're going to talk and geek out. Yeah, lady, we're going to geek out about this. I'm ready for whatever Rebirth throws at me, even if it hurts my feelings. Yeah. And I come from the world of academia, right? During my dissertation, during classes and all this stuff, like I said earlier in the stream, we're all just trying to make some sense of things. So we offer ideas, we offer these things. Why do some people think that it's a sequel? Here's why. Because Aerith and Sephiroth have a knowledge of future events. That is the number one thing. And number two, the Whispers, seem to be interpreted as trying to maintain the will of the original game. Like all of the events of the original game, the Whispers are trying to coerce the party into keeping those things. Right? Jessie's not going to go on that second mission, so they like sprain her ankle. They're always trying to do that. And so that's one interpretation, but that's why I made my first video, because it's like, no, it doesn't have to be that way. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. The reason they think that's a sequel is because it necessarily depends on the original. And this is a riff of the original. While it's not necessary to watch that, it is necessary for it to exist. And so that could be an interesting way of doing things. You know, it's like we're going to create this new story, but we're not going to nullify the story that people loved since 1997. So it's just an interesting way of thinking about it. Here's what I know about theories and what I know about this game. This game introduced significant cognitive dissonance to the fandom, where everybody has had to be like, okay, like this is not the story of my original playthrough of the game, and we're all reckoning with it. And so some people have come down to the line of we're playing a sequel, and that's how they've reckoned with it, and they're okay with that, or not okay with it, whatever. Others of us are more like, no, this is a remake. It's just an expansion. It's an expanded reimagining of that original story, filling in every possible gap and director's wish. So here's what I'm saying. All of these things are the way that we deal with that cognitive dissonance. I see it as a professor all the time, and as a leader of groups with students, because there ain't no cognitive dissonance like there is from 18 to 22. Amen. So that is, you see it every day on a college campus, people coming to terms with the reality that is changing. So I think to a degree, we are the whispers. Yeah, that's a really meta sort of statement. Like, these are the fans that are trying to hold on to the original. That's a meta interpretation. I think all of these interpretations, right, are valid, you know, because they're all our lenses through which we see this game and we try to make sense of this game. And can I just say this? How cool is it that we all know this story from 1997? I've said it before. I've played this game once a year, at least once a year since 1997. And we are still finding out new things about this world, and we are still speculating. What a gift they have given us to say, you loved this story, think about it more. Like, we want to tell you even more of this story. And I just feel like we've been given the best freaking gift in the whole world, that I can return to these characters and they feel fresher than ever. We can experience Midgar up to this point. We can experience the open world in Rebirth. Like, I just love that they've given us this. And I may love it more than if they had just given me an up-res, fully voiced version of this game. I think it is mind-blowing. And what a time to be alive, you guys. Like, what a freaking gift. And like, every one of us should be like, whether we are afraid of what the next installment's going to bring or whatever, what a ride it is. And we should just say, hey, thank you to these devs, because they have done an impeccable job at keeping this community not only alive but growing. I mean, look at Racy, look at who else? Jedi over here. All of these have come to love and appreciate this game. They're brought into this having no understanding of the original. So, you know, just thank you to the devs. Thank you for this amazing journey that we are on, and such a gift. So anyway, make sure that you're kind to people. We're all trying to make sense of it, but be especially kind to the devs. So everybody, I think that's all I've got. I don't know how long we've been going, 3.5 hours, but man, it has just been so fun to be with you all. Yeah, curiosity is greater than cynicism. What I put that on a shirt, right? This has been so fun. As always, everybody, you guys are the best. You come in here prepared. You come in here ready to chat, to muse about life. We have existential crises in this chat. Somehow it all comes together. And this is one of the, I'll say it again. I said it halfway through the stream. I think this is one of the most positive, life-giving communities on the entire internet. And you guys make it so. So thank you so much for the work that you do, just being a part of the chat. And I hope you have a good time. I hope it makes your life better, your days better, and something to look forward to. We'll be back on Tuesday with one of my favorite chapters in the entire game, because it is time to see what happens with the plate. With that, walk tall, my friends. Good night.